Yeah.
Oh no.
Right there. Click
Oh no.
Things are right around. Hey!
Oh no.
Hey guys! Welcome to Chicagoland Games Dice Dojo. I'm Andrew Bowman, of course. I have the wonderful and world famous Ryan Bogner beside
Locally
me.
world famous.
Locally world famous.
Locally world
Ryan
famous.
Bogner. Mark is in this area. His voice is not operational.
I'll be in chat later.
He'll be in chat later, guys.
For the love of God.
We do not need his filthy presence.
We do not need his.
So we just got the message. Twitch went live. If you heard that little doop, that was my phone. That was my phone telling we were going live. So we're just waiting on some matches to get started. So
I think he's saying that they're getting started. So we should.
Well, we need some match information so we know who's going to be on camera.
That would be helpful.
I'll pick one for you guys, and I'll find out what everybody's playing.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Mark. All right. So we've got. Let's bring it back to the booth real quick.
Okay.
No one sat down. So we've changed where all this stuff is. So like all the most useful stuff is at the top. So like player life totals are at the top, so you don't have to go finding it.
Oh,
So
how wonderful.
We've like ergonomically altered the order of all that stuff.
And I said you could do it. So.
All right, I can do that. I'll be running up downstairs, so that's why I'm like uniquely positioned to go jumping up there.
And
But we had a 2-day legacy tournament over the weekend in Philadelphia.
I believe you.
The SCG Open in Philadelphia.
Yes. Oh, okay, sure. Okay.
Was
Yeah,
our
they
first
do
our
that
first new format
format.
legacy tournament. So, Trey Tyson, maybe he's 29, maybe that's just his favorite number. Hello, sir. You get first blood in the chat. Greetings to you. And
So can we pull up top 8 of that? Is that possible? So we can.
yeah, we can do that. Let's put that
Here.
So we're gonna go.
So we're gonna ignore all the
SCG
chat
Philadelphia.
for- There you go.
Let's just go
Let's
to
not-
let's start at Star City Games.
That might be good.
He's apparently gone there before, so
I wonder why. So why don't we just go to the deck list? I don't really care about.
we don't care about the chat.
Okay,
so
so
Daryl Ayers got first place, for those who don't know, with a Team Delver list with Kurdape in it. And I spoke with Zinni, who's going to be trying this out. He was trying to get a hold of some Kurdapes upstairs.
Really bad.
But he won. I don't know, maybe it's a fluke,
Talk
but
about results oriented. Yeah, I don't really like Kurt Ape.
but
I don't think a 2-3 for 1 in Legacy is good enough personally, but I'm maybe just.
I don't know. The other cool stuff about the top 8, for those who don't know,
You just like
there
it
was
because
a-
Lands is in the top 8.
I like it because of that,
Okay.
but also because of the Grixis control deck.
Let's
That's
take a look at that. I want to see that.
it's based on the Eli Cassis list,
Okay.
which is sort of Young
Dark Phaeton,
Pyromancer, Dark
yeah,
Phaeton,
yeah.
and
I can see
Cabal
that.
Therapy, and has a bunch of one-ofs that are useful.
So basically, what this is saying is that Treasure Cruise is way too good because it's playing 5. And okay, sure.
Yep.
All right, great.
So we're gonna have Zinni, who just got first at the PTQ over the weekend.
Oh, congrats, Zinni.
And
I did not.
and he's playing Rug Delver, and
With-
then Matthew Seckel is
He's
going
gonna be on lands.
It's gonna be our other player. I have to imagine he's on lands.
Yep.
I haven't asked him.
And that will be fantastic.
Yep.
And he's on old Rug Delver with Nimble Mongoose.
Oh, he's playing the Mongoose?
Yeah, he couldn't
Okay.
find the.
Couldn't
But
find
I'll be-
Kurt Apes?
Couldn't find Curtis.
I mean,
all right, we're
honestly, I'd rather be playing Nimble
Alright, they're not
Mongoose
here yet.
anyway,
Let's get the boost.
I'll come down with the whole list of everybody's.
Fantastic.
Although, wait, he's playing Nimble Mongoose and Treasure Cruise? That seems like...
I know that's the reason why I guess Daryl's switched to Curdape, because at least it doesn't.
It's just
It's
bad.
not, I know it's bad, but maybe it's
Like, I'd
good
rather
enough.
be playing Snapcast with
Hey
Rages than
guys,
Kurt Ape.
Ken Glokahani, hi all, Dev Clock 420, hey, hello to you too, and Tim, Guten Tag, Deutschland, hello.
I'm pretty sure Bontboy is Tyler, perhaps, from one of the new guys that started at my work this week.
Oh yeah? Well, hello.
Had the poor judgment to actually tell them about this, which is...
Yes, give us feedback about the Nouvelay. Dev Clock is saying the Nouvelay is sweet. I agree. We're gonna have some cards over here.
That doesn't
So we're gonna-
match up with the real world at all.
We're gonna put some cards over here, And we're gonna show you some interesting
Looks like we got some
interesting
folks
information.
up at the,
So we're gonna get rid of our beautiful faces.
Thank God.
And get to the booth.
Kill that booth, and we've got Zinni versus.
Matthew Steckel
Okay.
or Seckel, and if hopefully we'll have Seckel's beard in the chat too.
Well,
so that would be fitting.
Sure.
There's a guy who Malfeas, hello. Kong Del Burf Derpy, hello.
Okay. Okay. It's all right. We're gonna watch these guys shuffle. So, you have played Lands recently.
I have played Lands, and I've moneyed the last 3 times I've played it.
And it's a fine deck right now with all the.
Especially against Zinni, who probably doesn't run basics.
Also,
may or may not run
lots
basics.
of creatures, and you're playing Lands. I assume that.
With Maze of Ith. Yep.
Well, you have Maze, and you have
Tabernacle.
Tabernacle.
But I don't. Seckel, I don't think has Tabernacle yet. We were having a conversation on Thursday
because Tabernacle's very good against Zinni.
It's the heart of the deck. Malfeas, hello to you too. Heyo. So this is Anthony Zinni, the Zin, just Zinni or Watchman.
So he's headed to the PT. That's exciting for him.
That is very good. We can tell by the beard that this is Matthew. This is Lands. Well, I'm going to be specific. This is the red-green version of Lands, so it's
not the
blue version that with Flare West and stuff.
But does it still run black?
No, it doesn't run black at all.
So it's not running dark depths.
No, it is running dark depths combo.
Okay.
Thespian Stage and dark depths, but it's just straight red-green.
No Vampire Hexmage.
Nope.
Is there no Vampire Hexmage in that deck anymore?
Nope.
Or is that just gone?
So there's a couple different kinds of dark depths decks you can run. I think this is how you spell his name.
Sure, why not?
And we need to start the round.
Do we? Are they started? I'm not sure that they're started, but
we're gonna start anyway because they're at the table.
Sure, why not?
Hooray! It's counting. All right. Lands is gross. Milpheus is saying Zinni's about to get smashed. Maybe. So, what you were talking about the Vampire Hexmage, there is like a black-green turbo dark depths deck running around Legacy. I haven't actually played it yet, but it's all in on crop rotation and Vampire Hexmage and Thespian Stage and Dark Depths just to try and make it as fast as possible. But this is a straight red-green list. So it's running Gamble to go find Life of the Loam and stuff. It runs the Punishing Fire, Grove of the Burn Bolts combo to deal with creatures.
That sounds good.
And it runs crop rotations to kind of be fast. It also runs a couple of copies of Mana Bond and Exploration.
I would like to point out that you said Lands was fast.
It can be fast. With Mana Bond, you can make a 20/20 on turn 2.
I mean, sure, but I'm just saying.
It doesn't happen very often, but like
for the record, we're putting out there that Lands is fast. That's not gonna happen.
Used to be it wasn't very fast. Used to be it always go to time and it killed with Barbarian Wing and Mischief's Factory.
Your hope was to win one game and then
draw.
You were done.
Yep.
I mean, I knew a lot of people were like, well, I lost. All right.
GG guys. Crimson Viper, hello. You're actually not first.
You're in fact not at all close to first.
Trey Tyson got first blood in chat, but we're lucky to have you anyways. Thank you for
I'm not
stopping
sure.
by.
His name's Crimson Viper. I don't know.
I know. People are people. I like them all the same. The stream monsters are where it's at.
It's true. So we've got Zinni. Zinni here. He's probably excited, you know.
So we can see hands pretty darn well.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
We've got a couple of Tranquil Thickets, a Mana Bond.
I mean, this looks good for Seckel, right? Like,
yeah, Seckel's got a good He's got a good keeping hand. I mean, the problem with the Mana Bond is that it puts everything into play of all your lands, and since he has a couple Tranquil Thickets, he's not going to be activating that right away because you don't want your Tranquil Thickets in play. It looks like he also has. I can't tell if that's an Exploration or the New Art of Exploration or a Life from Law, but either way, I think I would keep this if I'm Seckel. Looks like he is.
Well, yeah.
Crimson, in your own head, you're first, but that's just fine. So why don't we get like a match-specific card up here? So
Wasteland.
So Wasteland.
Seems
in case
good.
people don't know what this card does, Wasteland is going to be a really important card.
It says Zinni, you're in for a lot of hurt.
Yes, and Zinni's mulling down to 6 in part because I think he had a really
So he has Force of Will, which is atrocious against lands, and he's double Lightning Bolt. Oh, this looks like a great keep from Zinni. Not at all, by the way.
Yeah.
That was.
But the Force is going to be good because he's going to be able to counter the mana accelerator. And that's going to be the thing that he's going to need to do to really slow the lands deck down.
Yeah, but he has no action. Like he's gonna he's gonna be pitching his Ponder, which is his only way to get. I mean, like if I'm Sekal, I could look at Zinni's hand. I'd be like ecstatic, right? I'd be like, all right, well, I've won this one, so let's figure out the next one. I mean, at this point,
so he's leading off with
exploration. What? We're
not
not countering the exploration?
All right.
That card's good. I don't know if you heard.
Maybe he just was wanted to look at some moons and ponder.
You see Stifle. Oh, God. So, all right, we're shuffling. So, I mean, I guess that's good, but, that's rough.
Guten Tag again, Tim. Crimson Viper, we're waiting to figure out what other decks we have tonight. I know we have a zoo deck somewhere up there. And Sekal's Beard, thank you for joining in chat. I was looking for when you would show your beardliness, and we're glad to have you.
Can we pull up Thespian's Age? Because I think that's a
that
card that even a lot of people that are old to Legacy don't know.
And Stifle is horrible against.
Correct. It's awful.
Like, Stifle does not stop the Thespian Stage Dark Depth combo, regardless of where you stifle
None
an
of the
activated
stifles
ability.
are good.
None of it's helpful. None of it's helpful.
So we're going to cycle Tranquil
Thicket. And now we're just looking for
Wasteland?
a life from the loan.
Well, sure.
So we're going to Wasteland first for the first land of the turn.
Grove.
And we needed to adjust the life totals at the very least. So he's at 19. Furry Card, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for following. That's fantastic. Glad to have you.
Cycle's also at 19. He cracked for the tie.
Yeah, for the he had a
Yes.
he used the Wooded Foothills. And it looks like he's gonna Punishing Fire and then
No, just Punishing Fire, so he goes to 18.
Zinni's
at 18.
Alright.
And Sekal is at 19. Yeah.
Oop, that's not doing what it's supposed to.
There's like life gain and stuff like that. So now we get life from home. Oh, this is bad news.
For the sake of winning 2 games, I think I don't know, I might scoop here because he's now on Wasteland Recursion. And he's not going to be able to keep many lands, if any.
Like, I mean, so Zinni's hope is he can leave that uncracked and just like get a Pyromancer out or something and like fight, like, because I mean Cycle doesn't have him on a clock, but he has Wasteland and Punishing Fire, so like realistically this game's basically over.
Yeah. And Bont Guy just followed. Woo! Yeah. Getting the follows in early, boys.
So I mean at this point you're right. I mean Zinni's not gonna scoop though. He's gonna make him play it out, but
he's gonna pull the.
So Zinni has a Wasteland in hand, so he can actually Wasteland the Grove, which allows him to keep some creatures in play. Like he has some lines that like improve things for him, but I don't know.
Dev Clock is echoing our sentiments about sort of the difficulty
that
Zinni's in and asking about who's on the backup match. We don't know. Slide saying Man Pyromancer and Rug seems bad.
Why does that seem bad? It seems
I don't think
sweet.
so. Yeah,
Pyromancer in general just seems sweet.
The Young Peasy is a good card.
I mean, so what do you think of the new Legacy card that's coming shortly?
Which one are you referring to? You talking about the Delve Time Walk or?
No, I wasn't talking about the Delve Time
Walk.
The white one. The white one, yes.
We're gonna have to talk about that a little bit later. Seems like that's gonna be an important card to talk about. I know a couple of people are altering their decks and putting in substandard stuff in order to see if I know Nick Hess is running Jeskai Blade but not running Stoneforge in order to see if he can do it without and add in the new card that makes guys.
Yeah. Jeskai good stuff is what I called it.
Yeah.
Mentor is very bonkers.
Yeah. All right, so we see him cracking another fetch. And
I don't see how he wins with this line, but I mean
it's up to him to like stick something, hopefully a Tarmogoyf. I mean, he has a Tarmogoyf in hand, so that's a good as threat as any, but it's going to force him to get a Mazavith quickly in order to stop it. But at that point, he's really short. And we get the Tarmogoyf dice, so it's a 4/5.
It is a 4/5.
Letting everybody know it's a 4/5.
Well, now it's a 3. Well, now it's a 4. Tarmogoyf, while good, not in fact a legendary creature.
Yeah, sure. So while we...
I'm just
we'll do it eventually when the...
Scratch. Yeah.
2, 3.
Yeah, I got it.
Is that fast bond in the graveyard there?
It's Mana Bond.
Mana bond, sorry. Mana bond. Yeah, so we're going to get back some cards. Probably a Wasteland, a Tranquil Thicket. I don't know.
They're having a conversation about Tarmogoyf being the worst card in the deck. I mean,
it's definitely the reason you play green in that deck, so I don't think it's the worst card in the deck.
It doesn't cost $175 or whatever for nothing.
Does it really?
It's something obnoxious. I do not. That's the reason why I'm not going to play any creature-based green decks, because of that. But yeah, so everyone in chat, if you're just joining us, welcome. We're streaming Legacy live from Chicagoland Games Dice Dojo in Chicago on the north side. We're watching Seckle and Seckle's Beard face off against Zinni. Although we don't have Zinni's watch in chat.
That's really disappointing.
So he's not up. He doesn't have the fan base to really support him in this. So that's probably why he's doing bad.
I think he's doing bad because he's playing against red green lands, but that would, I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
The moral support would be enough to pull him through, I think. So Zinni's watch, wherever you are, we need your help. So Seckle's just kind of like going through the motions right here. He's looking for a Dark Depths, I think, just to kind of close this out and to have Zinni scoop, because it looks like he's just going to...
The other thing that Seckle's not doing is not keep... Like, there's no reason to let him have all that mana. Like, I don't think, but...
Like, he's back up to 19. I can't tell if he actually attacked with the Tarmogoyf or not. I think we're still on Seckle's turn.
We're still on Seckle's turn. He's up to 20.
Yep. Yeah, he's up to 20 now. Casting the Mana Bond. So he can just do gross things, and now that he's got all of the thickets out of his hand, I think, he's just going to plop whatever he has in hand to play, and he wastes to keep him off of green, and drops a Thespian Stage, another Wasteland, and a Crocus. Yeah, so people are talking about the SCG Open. David Long was piloting red-green lands. He made it to the semis. I don't exactly know which deck he lost to.
Cycle's at 15 now, which is important, because now Tarmogoyf's at 5-6, which means he's on a 3-turn clock, which could be relevant. But
I mean, if he gets
he has multiple...
he's now down to 10.
Yeah, but I'm not worried if I'm Seckle. I've got multiple life from the loam, dredges every turn to find that.
Yeah, to find a Mazavith.
Mazavith, yeah.
Unfortunately, this is. I mean, he's got a Dark Depths there, so that's. I think this is game. Zinni's just like, wait, did you just get what I thought you got? Yeah, you just got what I thought you got. And this is one of those situations where it's unfortunate that Seckle's not really powered up, because if he just drops Tabernacle, he has no permanence. He gets him on that one. Shadazy.
Can you? But he's not at 20 life. It's not flawless victory.
Wait, that's 4 lands, Seckle. Let's do the Life from Loam correctly. All right. So he's getting Dark Depths, a Wasteland, and a Tranquil Thicket. Looks like he's going to cycle the Tranquil Thicket to dredge again. He's dropping Rishin Import, a Wasteland, and another Dark Depths.
You got Dark Depths for days.
Yep. And so basically, like, one of the things you can do, since he has multiple stages out, is set up something where he has a Merit Lage in play and then another Thespian Stage and Dark Depths to kind of like create another one in case he deals with the token.
So the Thespian Stage becomes a copy of Dark Depths. It stays in play. The other one...
Yeah, I can go over the rules in just a second once I take a swig of water. Goodness gracious. All right, so for those who... So just to be really explicit about it, the way that Thespian Stage and Dark Depths work is that you use the Thespian Stage ability to copy Dark Depths. So this second ability here, and we go and copy Dark Depths, which says that they both become copies. And then you can announce, if you're being specific, you announce the state-based effects because you have 2 copies of the same legendary permanent in play. You get rid of the actual factual card Dark Depths. And then the Thespian Stage becomes a copy of it, but it doesn't have the ice counters that it gets when it comes into play. So it's a copy with 0 counters. And then the triggered ability happens, this last one, of it. You sacrifice it and you make the Merit Lage token. And this is where the stifle doesn't work, because you can stifle that trigger, but because it has 0 counters, it's automatically going to activate once again. So stifle really has a problem with stopping it. And so it looked like Sekal got rid of the lands he had in play, and so he's just going to make a dude and block, and that's just game. All right, so now we're moving on to game 2. I do not know exactly what he has in sideboard. True Name is actually good because you can't Maze of It. True Name. Sulfuric Vortex is good. The Corrosion Grip is good. Yeah, he has 1. He has a copy of 1 of each. Submerge seems good because you can submerge the token. Pithing Needle is good. The trick with Pithing Needle is you have to name whatever card. Like if you're gonna name target Thespian Stage, you have to do it when he can't copy something, or like whatever you name with Pithing Needle. If you're trying to stop Thespian Stage, you have to copy whatever. You have to name whatever it is it's currently is, because it's no longer a Thespian Stage if it copies a basic forest or it's a Rishadan port or what have you. Some people in chat are weeding out some people that are talking about some stuff about trying to find the stuff. So yeah, I mean, Cruise is just good. Like, we can't just be saying like, oh, Cruise is bad and Rug. Like, I think one of the reasons why, I mean, Nimble Mongoose is really tough with Treasure Cruise because it really gets rid of Threshold, which is why Daryl Ayers swapped in Curd Apes instead, and apparently he did okay with those.
Well, he's also just like psychotic, so it's fine.
Yeah, Daryl Ayers is also a good player too. Maybe his reality testing may or may not be in question, but I just gave that record for Zinni. He did not win that match. So that's 0. This is 1. As far as the sideboard for Sekal, he's probably, those 3 cards he's bringing in and the ones that he's taking out are probably just Crows and Grips. Like, you always run some Crows and Grips, or if you're splashing black, some Abrupt Decays. Then you just have to bring them in for things like Pithing Needle. Like, any deck can run Pithing Needle, so you can't
win.
You can't win if that's naming Thespian Stage and, like, you haven't copied something yet. So, looks like Sekal has presented. We're just waiting on Zinni to finish up shuffling. Malarkey Mark is saying Curd Rape. Do not wrestle with the monkey.
Curd Grape. With
That'd be a really nice
curd,
altar.
Yeah,
Curd
the Curd Apes altered into grapes. That's a good one.
Or it's just like holding like purple drink.
That's pretty good.
All right, so we're drawing 7. Let's see what we're gonna be looking at. We got Burnwells, Exploration, Punishing Fire, Maze of Ith, Wasteland, Wooded Foothills. That seems like a keeper.
So
for Sekal.
We'll see if Zinni learned anything about countering exploration. You're PTQ champion, boys and girls.
Yep, I think that's a worthy keeper for him. He's got.
I mean,
he's got a threat and he's got a force of will to stop the acceleration. So you kind of have to.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
he may have a force of will.
This is what you got to do to beat lands. If you don't have graveyard hate.
He's stifling.
I don't think I saw Cyber. It might have been one of the new arts.
Yeah, I don't know, because he's
getting something.
He's getting something.
He's doing something. Maybe he announced that he's stifling it because that's why Sekal hasn't actually reached for his library.
I mean, that's my assumption.
Oh, there's a stifle.
Yeah.
Ooh. So that's
could
some
be
bats.
good or bad, actually. Because he may not have. Oh well, he has another stifle. So we're just stifling for days. It's all right, boys and girls.
Yeah. All right. So like, I mean, he has another green source, so it's not terrible.
Oh, but does Zinni not have another land?
Oh, that was just his one land. Ooh.
Exploration.
This is what we gotta counter.
Into
You have a force
Wasteland.
land. You have a force of will. You have blue cards.
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm in response. Okay, so we're looking at 3 cards.
2, 3. No lands. You just brainstorm locked yourself, boys and girls.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
He could daze and not use the force
I mean,
if he wants
you
to.
have to.
Like, he doesn't have another land drop, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
like he just definitely dazes here. It's just definitely right. Yeah.
Yep, so he dazes.
That's
So
too
Zinni
bad.
has a much better start to this game, I must say. Like,
Really?
I mean, he's not going to draw another land.
For like another couple
Well,
turns?
I don't know. It's stalling, and I can't tell if that's who's in favor yet because
It's
Sekal doesn't have a
definitely
loam
Sekal.
yet.
It's
mean, he-
definitely Sekal. It just
yeah.
gives him more draw steps.
So
Like,
he should play the wasteland, and I
Yeah.
think use it.
correct. And he's going to stifle the wasteland. That's fine. Or brainstorm?
I don't know if he had a second. Did he have a second stifle?
Yeah, he drew a stifle. Now he has wasteland. So it's looking
Yeah,
better.
I don't know. I think you stifle the wasteland there instead.
Like 100%.
Like, there's no other reason for you to use stifle, I think, unless to kind of curb his mana development, because you can't really stop Thespian Stage with stifle. I mean, there's like corner cut cases where you stop it and then you win next turn if you have like a bunch of damage. But
Sure.
that's really corner case. So let's see what else.
He also
Sekal's
played. This is really.
So he's gonna stifle that one. All right. He wants to keep the red, I guess. So here we're drawing the cards that we saw already. So now we're gonna ponder and probably shuffle away. We've got a Tarmogoyf with Scalding Tarn and an Emblem Mongoose. So we got some land. We got the goose. The Mongoose is probably the best threat Zinni has against Sekal because it can't get mazed because it's shrouded. But he's got to start hurting Sekal fast.
I'm really surprised he leaves in his Force of Wills almost. Do you think you have to?
I don't know if he has enough stuff to bring in, number one.
Okay.
And number two, like, I mean, the ways you can just flat out lose before we have an opportunity is if Sekal goes like turn 1 Mana Bond, Rishon Import, Green Source, Thespian Stage, Dark Depths, put them all on the plate, and you just die.
We've seen 3 Wastelands from Cycle.
This is Wasteland.deck, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is an interesting.
So unfortunately, he shuffled away. He targeted the. Did he actually target, or did he actually? I didn't see if he drew the mongoose or not. But if he was able to wasteland and he ended up, okay, good. He drew.
Yeah.
Okay.
He drew Mongoose. He drew Tarmogoyf.
All right, that's fine.
So he's good.
I almost like playing the mongoose over first.
And Tarmogoyf's 4/5.
Yeah, Tarmogoyf's a 4/5. So it's a thing. Mongoose is also loose if you played that.
So have we been keeping up with fetches and stuff from Zinni?
No.
Okay.
So there's
Well, he's been gaining life too. So I mean, he could very well be at the same life.
So there's a life from the loam.
Oh yeah.
So here's all the wastelands back again. But he has to now deal with the Tarmogoyf. I'm gonna go double check on
Force
life,
of
so it's gonna be
Will.
forced. I'll be right back.
Is that bad, really? Like, I don't know that that's bad for Sekal here. I think.
Right now he's just trying to burn him out.
Yeah.
And slow him down.
All right. So Tarmogoyf attacks in. Sekal falls to 15. All right, so we see Nimble Mongoose join the battlefield. So we'll bring that up for you guys. Nimble Mongoose is a card that it has Shroud, and when it reaches threshold, which is defined as 7 or more cards in your graveyard, it becomes a 3/3. So it's basically a 3/3 Shroud. Pretty good in this matchup. It puts Sekal on the back foot for sure.
I told him about it and he just came down and locked it. It's fine, we got it. Just let's not mess with the door anymore.
So, just to have, okay, I'll type. Oh, the guy that's on Help Land Destruction is actually on Red Green Mage. Okay, good.
Red green. Okay. All right. So, Sekal's at. Okay, you've been.
Yeah.
Did he lose something life while since I've been down? Since I was upstairs? Because he was at 16.
Well,
They had him at
he's
16.
actually at 15.
Okay.
But
This is
that's
fine. Yeah, this is good enough.
So what is Zinni at?
He was at 19, but if he gained any life, then. And that's a crunch.
He didn't. So Zinni's at 19 and Sekal is at 7?
Yeah, let's do that.
Or 8, sorry.
Yeah, 8.
So we got Maze of Ith. That stems the bleeding somewhat.
Yeah. Crimson Vice Grass, where's Mark? Mark does not have a voice. And so he's not going to be commentating tonight.
Okay,
He's going on home and resting.
Ho 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 ho! And we scoop those cards up. So we stifled the Maze of Ith.
Yeah, so that's how Rug can end up beating lands. When you counter the important stuff and you use the stifles effectively.
That was because Sekal was way too aggressive with his wastelands? Cause like, think about if he just didn't.
It's tough because Sekal doesn't have Nathan Borgo. Thank you for the follow, not file.
Yeah, there you go.
Like you can if you have like. I don't know if Zinni knows that he doesn't have Tabernacle, and so if you can like if you're gunning for Tabernacle, it's okay to be aggressive with your wastelands, especially against him if you're trying to like keep him off of green, but you can't really stop him from playing stuff. So there's a point where
I guess what I'm saying is
he may have impeded himself too much.
Yeah, he's wastelanding when he could be like developing, like playing Life from the Loam, like actually moving.
I think it's better,
forward.
especially in that situation. It might have been. It's better to be loaming rather than wasting. Or if he has a Tranquil Thicket in order to, like, and just drawing cards to try and get an exploration or a gamble, you might be able to get lucky and gamble for like a mana bond or something. But as far as game 3 goes, what Zinni just did is going to be a whole lot tougher, as Malpheus is saying he's wondering about getting tempoed while on the draw. Like, as far as Sekal being able to go first,
that's huge.
That's going to be huge for this game 3 and for Zinni to try and like to squeak one out.
So does Sekal have an answer to a 3/3 with Shroud?
You run Glacial Chasm. That's kind of it.
Besides,
and not having Tabernacle, and just like getting rid of their mana base, so they have to just kill it. You don't. He doesn't have a way to stop the goose from hitting him.
The goose is loose, as it were.
Yes, the goose is is Zinni's best creature in this matchup
by like a lot.
Yes.
I would assume. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't die to Punishing Fire. It can't get mazed. It's the most important thing he has. So his opening hand has a Delver. It has
gamble.
It has the creature hand. Does he have?
That doesn't seem very good against. Okay, so he has Delver. He has Tarmogoyf. All right, so we're gonna see a gamble, I believe, turn 1, or
It looked like he had a loam, so I'll be curious
he-
to what he's going to be gambling for. I'm trying, like, he had other green cards, but it wasn't.
I mean, do you just gamble for like mana bond? Or...
You could. And I think that's certainly a possibility.
Well, what's the best card in the deck? I mean, you've played it. What do you think the best card in the deck?
Oh, he has an exploration,
Okay,
so I
he's
think
just
he's just going to play that.
definitely playing
Yep.
exploration into.
And that's
Resolve.
good.
Into port. Okay, I'll
Port's
take
good.
that. Does he have like a turn 2 kill here? I see a Dark Depths, I believe.
And a Thespian Sage. Yeah, that's turn 2.
Romp,
I mean,
romp,
if he's able to flip the Delver, he can block for a turn, but this is going to be rough.
romp.
So he's going to untap. You play Stage Dark Depths, and you say
LOL.
pass.
You say GG.
Come on. There we
Womp,
go. And Zane's going to be like, F this noise. And
So he's gonna try to stifle. It's gonna be cute.
He can stifle the copy, and like that saves you a turn.
Sure.
That's really all it does.
Yeah, we're not.
And he's like, "Do you want to
we're
version
not-
import my
we're
land?"
not porting.
Huh? Yeah, we're not porting on this. We're EOT
So-
making a 2020.
Does Wasteland help here? Does like stifle? He's tapped. That's you do not. What he's?
Did he have a Wasteland in hand?
I think he does. Isn't that like really good
That's
here?
really good.
Okay.
I mean, if he had a waste, I mean, at this point, why even
Yeah.
play the
I don't
land
know.
before you brainstorm?
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's a mongoose or something else. But
oh, what else is in your hand? This isn't a ponder. Put it in there.
okay.
Okay,
it
I'm
looks
not
like
he
I
doesn't have a
saw
wasteland.
I saw mongoose as a wasteland.
Yeah.
It has the same.
Yeah, so Wasteland is actually really good because you can kill the Dark Depths when it's attempting to copy it, so it
Right,
copies
right.
nothing.
Right.
Um,
That seems much better than brainstorming.
If he had it, yeah, but... Oh, he's got the Submerge, so... He can Submerge the token? Let's pull up Submerge real fast.
Yeah. That's a good card.
And Submerge works really well against tokens. So if you control island, they control forest, and you put target creature on the top of its owner's library. So he's gonna make a Dark Depths token, and so he's gonna be like, "Ah, shucks," and he's gonna like play it cool. He's like,
Yeah,
"Yep."
This.
I think you wait until he attacks.
What happened? Why are both gone? That's not how that works.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Why?
Because the Dark Depths says when it says 0 counters, you sacrifice it.
Oh, okay.
And so
yeah.
you get rid of the first one for the legend rule, and the second one has 0 copies,
Gotcha.
and so it dies to make the 2020. And so he just submerges at EOT. I think you have to wait until he attacks.
Well, he
but-
attacked into it.
Oh, he did?
so,
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gambling for loam. I know.
Yeah,
He has loam, right? You said. Okay. So
I didn't know
this
if
is
he had
getting-
loam or not, but this is going to be spell pierced anyway, so
Oh, that's rough.
whatever.
Yeah.
I think we play a mana producing land and port the green source
Yeah.
here.
Does he have loam?
Oh, he can play 2 lands. That's right. He's got a second stage. Upkeep, tap the green source. So he has the thicket. Tap the green source. Let's do it.
It's not a 2020 indefensible.
Yeah. If it
That's
had
pretty good.
Shroud or something, that'd be ridiculous.
Well, it's already. Wait, he tapped the red source? That seems.
I don't like that
ludicrous.
play. Like,
So
and now he
see-
plays the
yeah,
mongoose.
great.
Like, all right.
He's not at threshold though, so he's got a pair of 1/1s attacking.
He's got a fun one, so he's got time.
So what do we have there?
Another
top.
stage. So he's gonna cycle Tranquil Thicket and to try and see something else. He drew a wasteland, so he can waste
Well,
something.
he just like wasteland. So Zinni's above 20 now, by the way, in case that matters. I believe.
He hasn't tapped the green.
He hasn't?
No, I don't think he has.
Okay. Okay, so we're tapping down the volcanic. All right.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt you.
Lightning Bolt you, so that means he's down to 16. And filling up his graveyard, so he's got to be fast. He's got to be muy importante with the damage.
It's just 2.
Aw, he's 1 card off. Not that I can't believe I'm rooting against the Lanes deck when I said that.
Say,
but.
like, what? What's your life about now? All right.
I mean, it's more just because I've
did
hurt
he draw?
Zinni with the deck, and so I wanted to take vengeance on someone other than me. Look at you just tapped it.
So he's Pithing Needle now. That seems good.
All right. So I think in response to this Pithing Needle, Sekal has to use his untapped Thespian Sage to copy something else, and so he can't name both Thespian Sage and whatever it copies.
What do you...
Like, he can just copy whatever. He can copy Wooded... So he's copying Wooded Foothills.
Okay.
And so so he's just gonna attack for 2.
Yeah, so we'll go to 12. So why doesn't he copy, like, Risha Import?
That would be my choice. I think, in order to, like, keep him stuck. Gibboism, hello, sir. And, yeah, more lucky Mark's pointing out that we have not seen the Delver flip, so that's been pretty unlucky. We're going to gamble again, and that's good. So that's fetching Life Alone. Yep.
GG's all around.
Gamble about 90% of the time is Life of the Loams 5 through 8. And he's going to get a 50 shot of putting it into his hand.
So
he can actually try and
roll
cast
some dice here.
Or if they have a coin, they could flip a coin, I suppose. But
I mean, sure.
Zinni fucked up. The needle's actually on Wasteland now.
It's on
What?
Wasteland? Okay.
It's on Wasteland because he played it and named it before
He had a chance to respond.
So he responded by making the Taiga that has the ability of Thespian
Yep.
Stage.
We were talking about how, like, he can't, since he has 2 Thespian Stage, he can't actually lock it out.
Yeah.
So it's
So
naming
now
Wasteland.
he's double
So he locked
exploration.
himself out of Wasteland, of stopping the combo. Like, if he
Yeah.
draws a Wasteland, he's not going to be able
It's
to.
just like atrocious. It's
So
like
that was a
worst.
rough timing for the.
PTQ champion, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
But now
so,
he has Threshold.
So he's got Sekal down to 3. I think that's still game.
Bolt is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Isn't he down to 5?
3 plus 3 plus 3
Oh, the Delver flipped? The Delver flipped. Okay, so
off
he's
the
at 3.
lightning bolt.
Off the Lightning Bolt. That makes total sense. Life of the Loam is good, and he's not going to be able to create 2 blockers.
Probably he has a glacial chasm though.
Oh, he dredged it?
Yeah,
Why isn't he...
he got it.
Oh, he did? Okay, that's good.
He got glacial chasm, dark depths.
So he could... I would
Tranquil.
play all
So-
those 3 and sack the Tranquil to Chasm. We got a Dark Depths.
What I would do too, because it's the right play. So maybe there's some justice in the world. Zinni runs hot.
Runs hot and does the impossible, but then gets... So, unfortunately, because of the way priority and, like, lands don't use the stack, it's kind of hard to, like, in response, bolt you to Glacial Chasm coming into play.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
It doesn't really work.
Well, there's a wasteland that he
Does
can't
he have...
use.
He doesn't...
He can't use wasteland.
He can't use Wasteland. It can be... It's taps for a colorless.
Right.
It doesn't look like he doesn't have a bolt in hand. So when he destroys his own Chasm, because Chasm says you can't attack. Creatures you control can't attack. So he has to get rid of the Chasm in order to kill Zinni.
Right.
And so if he had a bolt, he could,
at
when
the
he
end
gets
of turn, he makes the dark depths, right?
Yes,
Is
and then
that-
he has to get rid of the Chasm on his
He
turn.
can't wasteland, right? Is that? How do you possibly name wasteland off a needle? Like, that's insane.
So he's copying the Dark Depths, it looks like.
Seems like the right play.
Yeah, I mean, this is how Sekal wins. He does not have Bolt, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we've
so we're gonna be
seen 2 bolts already.
Yeah.
I think. All right, so now
I'm guessing he's taking the one that's not Taiga. Makes the box. He's gonna stick Zinni in the box.
All right,
he's
so
gonna
we're
untap.
sacking the Glacial Chasm, right? Like
We have to sack it.
what?
If he's gonna, he can. Okay, so he. It seems like he's gonna try and copy it, so he doesn't have to pay life. But now he's not gonna be able to attack.
Yeah, this is the stupids.
He doesn't have that many submerges, Seckle.
Just sack it, for the love of God.
Zinni's helping him out, getting rid of the box.
Thank goodness.
Good guy, Zinni.
I mean, how do you play lands and not have a merit?
So he's oh, is he copying Rishon Import? No, he's copying Glacial Chasm.
Oh God.
Oh, so we're gonna have to stop him if he tries to attack. So he's getting rid of the original Glacial Chasm. That becomes a copy of Glacial Chasm with no counters on it, or no time counters, so he doesn't have to pay cumulative upkeep. So he's not paying life,
But you have.
but now he can't attack.
Yeah, this is really stupid. And he has. That's why you have life from the loam. Right, like.
And you two explorations. Like, if he has a bolt, you lose, but you're at that position anyways.
I don't understand. He's drawing a card? How? Like, what? He can't attack. Alright.
Oh, I'm gonna go up there and tell him.
Oh, well. Yeah, so, you know. Quality Pro, no, that's not how it works. Yeah, you're wrong. Oh, well, they shook hands. Zinni, clearly, neither of these guys have played this matchup before, probably, so that's too bad. Yeah, so, Andrew went up to rectify the situation.
I've got Chuck on the case.
I saw. I don't think.
That was a. I think it's just sort of a. I mean, it's flavor-wise makes sense why you can't attack because you're all curled up into the chasm.
Chat hasn't been too kind.
Why? Well, the stream monsters are here. Why?
Well, I mean, they're.
To be fair. To be fair, guys, Glacial Chasm is a $2 card. Let's bring it up so we can actually look at it. Let's bring up the old art. I have the From the Vault art.
Oh,
I don't really like that.
God.
I just need to break down and get one of these. Look how classic.
How many do you need?
I just need one.
I have one. I'll
All right,
bring it.
fantastic. But look how gloriously you're gonna the whole flavor is you sneak down in there, and you just hide, but you die from hypothermia, hence the losing life.
So we're sacking this. Do not draw a card. This is not how this game is played. No, please do not draw a card. Please do not draw a card. Yeah, there we go. This is how you win.
So he's got his Singleton Mutavault in there, so that's kind of cool.
Is that replacing
I think that's replacing Tabernacle.
Tabernacle? Ugh.
Yeah, I think so. He's worrying about Bull too much. He's kind of dead to it either way, so this goes into the philosophy of you have to make them have it.
Well,
I think.
Please don't immediately throw the Glacial Chasm into play.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna.
Well, you need the Glacial Chasm.
Yes.
This is a card you need. Vault, and he's not getting Glacial Chasm.
Constant bunch of numbers. Thank you for the follow.
This seems really bad for him. He goes to 2? I just don't understand what's going on, apparently. I'm probably really bad at this game or something. I don't know.
I don't know what line he's trying to go for. I mean, maybe he's getting the Mutavault to be a chump blocker.
Yeah, so he can still die.
So he can still die? Yeah, guys, make some variety. We want a rainbow in chat. Dr. Derp, thank you for pointing that out. And guys, I mean, Legacy, because it's such a...
He's still scooping? Zinni's an awful good guy to scoop after all of those
Oh,
shenanigans.
did he Punishing Fire? I don't know.
No.
Wait, who's scooping to who?
Zinni scooped.
Zinni scooped? Okay. I don't know. I think Mark's still up there, but let's see if we can get her name. Yes, I think what Matt. Seckles Beard, where'd you go? Defend this man. I'm gonna go see about game something else first.
Do you think we're gonna have another game going with 7 minutes left?
Maybe.
All right.
I mean, a game through that hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll just double check.
All right. Sounds good.
Up the stairs.
That's insane. All right. So, that's the way you don't play Magic. Yeah, but Zinni can just attack back and win. Anyway. Alright, so yeah, basically some fine Magic being played there. Zinni's a dog in that matchup anyway, but yeah, usually you make him have it.
Yeah, I'm always.
So did you talk to Seckle about that?
I did not.
Are you going to?
I'll address him later about it. I don't know. I mean, it's a great learning experience. I hope maybe he'll watch. Maybe I don't know if that's people are. I don't know, but guys, hello again.
You know the nice thing about watching post playing is at least you don't have to watch the chat, so you just get to hear
absolutely
the two of us assholes talk about it, but at least you don't get to see all the fun chat.
I think that's the last match of the round, guys. We're gonna be getting set for round 2. The stuff we have, so guys, listen to chat.
I want to see Painter.
I think it's red-green Painter too.
I don't care. I just want to see Painter.
So we're gonna listen up, guys. We're gonna be listing off all the stuff that's upstairs. Let us know. I'm not gonna even. Someone followed who always follows. I'm not gonna acknowledge him at all. So the decks we have are Zoo, Storm, Bug Pod, Bug Delver, Rug Delver, Elves, Jeskai, Talrand, Dead Guy Ale. I think he's on red white, and this is like also a painter deck. This is like red green painter. I don't know what he's doing.
I just like want to see some cards.
So we have 2 different painters. We have Jeskai Good Stuff. We have Death and Taxes. We have Miracles. We have Junk or Dark Maverick. We have Lands. We have Shardless Blade. We have Grixis Delver. And those are the decks we have. We get Zoo in all caps. We've got Storm, Elves and stuff. Oh, thank you. Let's see, what do we got?
I mean,
we have Agra versus. We have the 2 painter decks.
Oh, we gotta see Painter on Painter. It's insane. All right, we're gonna watch the Painter on Painter matchup, which is actually just the most hilarious. Painters on Painters on Painters. Sorry that the poll's not gonna go over too well right now. The other guy that hosts, are you talking about Mark? Goboism?
We got it. All right. Let's take this off. Let's take us off. Whoopsies.
Thank God.
All right, so we're going to be having a match that's going to revolve around. I already told Bob. We're going to get Bob and
we
Joe
want the
Kress.
painters and the painters.
It's going to revolve around that guy.
So, Painter Servant, awful good card from Morrowind?
Yes.
Right?
No, that's
yeah.
Shadowmoor.
Shadowmoor, sorry.
I think.
One of those. Anyway, when it comes
Shadowmoor.
when it comes into play, you choose a color. That color often is blue because they play a bunch of red blasts.
Mm-hmm. A little Bob Agra.
Babagra.
I believe this is red-white painter.
Red white?
Yeah. And then this is going to be... Hopefully he's still here. It hasn't dropped. Because he hasn't sat down yet. And hopefully he's comfortable being on camera. Because he's on some sort of...
Red-green painter land destruction.
Red-green LD painter.
So
Question
good! Alright, so why don't you pull up... So this makes things a color. Why don't you pull up Grindstone? Because that's another card in this combination deck, as it were. So Grindstone, 1-mana artifact, 3, tap it. You put the top 2 cards of target player's library into that player's graveyard. If both cards share at least one color, repeat this process. It turns out, with Painter Servant, all the cards share a color, and you just put the opponent's deck completely in the graveyard, and then they're very sad pandas. Is it red-green painter with natural order? What does that even do? I don't even understand what's going on.
It gets Progenitus, I guess?
I mean, sure. Is that good enough?
So we'll go... No painter. No always being the acronym for natural order.
Yeah.
Combo, Feistpedia. Hello, sir.
All right, so...
And we also got Rotumbud.
So do you know,
thank you.
If any of these guys have Imperial Recruiters?
Bob does.
Okay, so let's pull up some Imperial Recruiter. Because that's one of my favorite cards in Magic. It is so ridiculously unfair.
So he's a guy.
He's a guy. He's a 1/1. He gets other
guys
with power no greater than 2. So, this is a fun card. Okay, well, we have opening hands. So, we see a Goblin Welder from the WUBRGxyz side. He's shipping that hand.
Oh, apparently Joe is a viewer of the stream, and him and a friend came in from Purdue. That is super awesome. So, huge props from Joe and his friends for coming to Dice Dojo and joining us. That's super awesome.
Yeah, so I do love Alluring Combo, which is another combo deck that uses Imperial Recruiter. I also love Imperial Recruiter in Holiday Cube. I don't know if you've ever played with it, but it's actually absurd. I used it in a deck with basically a bunch of like clones and a bunch of like Kiki Jiki combo. So like
that is fantastic.
Recruiter goes gets Kiki Jiki. You like clone it. It goes gets the or you use Kiki Jiki. It goes and gets the Pestermite or the Deceiver Exarch.
Mm-hmm.
So it just like it's a 1-card combo in the deck.
All right. So interestingly enough, Zoo won last round. So maybe
Zoo?
Simon on Zoo won last round. So
I'd be happy to see
so
some
we
Zoo.
might see
like,
some Zoo next round if he continues to
is
pull
it
us up.
Tribal Flames? Like
I have no idea what it is.
Okay, interesting.
But we're trying to resolve some mulligans.
We see some interesting cards here. We see a land, which is good, but no play from it.
We've got a Wood of Foothills, Dried Arbor, another land, and some other good stuff. He's going to go down to 19 to fetch.
That... Wait.
Getting a basic forest. Painter smear with the same sleeves. What? S. Gordon. Hello, sir.
Deathrite Shaman.
All right.
Interesting.
This is just sort of like good stuff painter, maybe?
But, like, what are you doing? He has a Painter Servant in his hand.
He's got 2.
Yeah, I just don't know what's going on here. Like, he's going to name blue probably, but, like, okay, so we see a Plateau. That's not a card that sees much play.
Yep, the often forlorn Plateau within Legacy. Within Eternal formats. He's going to play the Grindstone.
Oh, well, this is good against Painter. He can't play Painter now.
He just drew an Elishnorn.
What? Because he names Green? So, is he even playing Grindstone?
It's hard to say. I'm curious to see what he's going to be
Is
doing.
he just, like, trying to, like, Elishnorn people with Natural Order?
Well, next turn, he can Natural Order.
Does he have Natural Order?
He has, I think he had Natural Order in his hand. I think it's the last card.
This is ridiculous.
This
He
is
can't,
interesting.
'cause what if WUBRGxyz has,
So
like...
let's bring up Natural Order.
So Natural Order is a 4-mana sorcery.
Not the
that'll-
Portal one. Let's get rid of the Portal
What?
one.
Portal's fine. Come on.
We get the Cheetah. Kill him.
Cheetah's
Kill him
really
the Kurt
good,
Ape.
actually.
Kill him the Grape Ape.
Yeah. So, Natural Order allows you to sacrifice a green creature and search your library for a green creature card and put it into play. Shuffle your library. So, anyway, it's kind of interesting. So, but
These guys are both 0-1, by the way.
sure. Oh, okay. So this makes a little bit more sense. Wait, how did he do that? Does he have enough mana to do that? Is Painter Servant 2, sorry.
Yeah, Painter Servants 2.
Yeah, okay, so we named Blue, I guess, which is weird because you want to name Green with his. See, he would have had
You name Green and then you Natural Order
right
for
anything.
That's so awesome. That is so cool.
So we see a double E, which is fine. We'll pop it, kill the Deathrite Shaman. No Natural Orders for you. Thank you very much. It's actually just insane. This whole matchup is insane. Yeah.
I'm not gonna put Naya.
Come on,
Painter.
Naya's great. Naya
We'll
Painter?
put Naya Painter.
Naya no Painter. Naya no Painter. So good.
You know, with NMP, yeah, you know me. All right. So he plays another one naming Green. So now all permanents are multicolored.
Is that how that works?
One's naming Blue and one's naming Green, so everything is blue-green.
Are you sure?
They don't overwrite each other.
It's not time stamped?
Oh, I don't know. Let's bring back. Let's keep that there. I'm gonna look up the judge ruling on that card. Got the little judge app. Oracle. Painter's Servant.
What is
As the answer to this, choose about all cards that aren't on the battlefield are the chosen color in addition to their other colors.
in addition?
It does not overwrite any previous color. Rather, it adds another color.
Because it says in
The effects of
addition.
multiple Painter Servants are cumulative. So now
Okay.
everything is blue-green.
Yep.
All
And
right.
whatever other color.
So
they
Dr.
are.
Derp, he's on the board. He knows. He knows. He knows. All right. We've got a painter. Do we see what he got with the painter? He's getting a spirit guide. He's making a goblin welder.
Well, that's really good.
That is really good because now he's got a grindstone in the yard.
Yeah. So basically,
He's almost there.
yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, so let's see what... He's going to play a top.
That seems subpar.
Yeah. I don't know if he's got any other... So he's going to look at the top and not be kind enough to show us. He's got some whiteboarded cards. I don't know what they are.
So WUBRGxyz has to play a 0 mana artifact and then swap it, right? Basically.
Yeah,
Is
if
that
he
how
had
that
like
works?
if he draws like a lotus petal, the game's over. But I don't know if he has an artifact. I don't think he has an artifact in hand. He has just a bunch of red cards in hand. So I saw Blood Mood and a couple other things on the top for Joe.
So does Joe have a artifact in the graveyard?
So he's gonna take one. That 1/3 body.
It's beefy.
Cannot get Punishing Fired as I... Takes a while to kill it with Punishing Fire.
Turns out.
Turns out. Alright. Another Imperial Recruiter.
So getting some kind of artifact creature, I hope.
Getting his own painter, I guess.
Well, he needs... It'd be convenient if he had like a Memnite or something.
An Aethersworn Canonus. Those are the only 2 artifact creatures he has.
So
Getting a Spirit Guide. Okay.
Okay.
Getting the Mana Monkey. All right.
I mean, yeah, you just have to find Painter. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So we've done that. We've added to our hand of what might have been Jaya Ballard Task Mage and then something else.
So now he can just natural order for whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like the play for Joe.
So does he have is that a Pyroblast in hand? Because that could be really good right now. Nope, it resolves. We're gonna go find something. It's
Go find something juicy.
Really bad for WUBRGxyz. This is an insane deck. It's so good.
So he's drawn the Elish Norn. Let's
Yeah,
see if
so
he
he
has
has
something else that he can go grab.
Nada?
A Noble Hierarch, that doesn't do much.
It makes Painter serve a 2/4.
That looked like there was a Progenitus, but I think he's scared of bringing out the Progenitus because he doesn't have like the shuffle effect.
Well, you just put it out.
Yep, there's a thing of creation. Progenitus.
Can we pull that up?
Yes, let's bring that.
Progenitus, now not good enough usually in Legacy, which is ridiculous. But it's a 10/10 with protection from everything.
Which a lot of people don't understand.
I mean, no one really understands protection from everything. So, interestingly enough, if he had just gone and gotten the Painter, like we said he should have, he would have won that turn. But that's okay.
Mm-hmm. You can grab the Painter with Imperial Crew, right?
Absolutely. That's the only reason you play it.
Yeah, 2 or less. Yeah, you can go grab it. And
Yeah.
he drew an Ancient Tomb, so he could...
Right.
He had 5 mana to
Correct.
play it,
Correct.
weld it,
Correct.
activate.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was an
just a
oopsie.
punt.
I mean, you can't know that you're going to be drawing
Well, it doesn't
land
matter.
do that, but you have to play to your outs.
Then it's just 2 turns.
Yeah.
And he still wins.
Because he can chump. Well, he can't chump, but he has enough to. He has. That's a 2-turn clock.
Yeah, so he just wins. Like, if he just does the right thing. Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, so he needs to consume more shortcakes in order to be more attuned to the nuances of the deck. So let's get these lights.
Shortcakes?
The deck, they're in chat, they're talking about how the deck is sometimes called Strawberry Shortcake because it's red-white.
Okay, sure. And, well, it kind of... Is Strawberry Shortcake a breakfast? Is that, like, a thing?
I know it's
I mean, it's delicious.
it's like an Urban Dictionary thing for something kind of gross.
I mean, sure. I believe you, but...
But it's
That's
also
not
like
what
a
I was
tasty
referring
dessert
to.
thing.
Well, yeah, but I was just wondering, like, because if it's... So, the naming convention of decks was that, like
Like
all
breakfast
combo
cereals and
decks
stuff.
would be, like, breakfast. So there's, like, cephalid breakfast, like...
Cocoa Pebbles,
all that.
Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just wondering if we could count it for breakfast, because then, then it would work out.
John the one says it's a dessert. Well, you can have dessert for breakfast.
I mean,
so I'm fine.
Pie is good for breakfast, that's for sure. It is really cold down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll just wear my light coat. It's not going to be a problem. I'm just going from the car into a nice warm building, and that's not the case down here.
We are in a dungeon, ladies and gentlemen. The sacrifices we make to bring you Legacy.
The dungeon of games.
Yes.
There's so many games.
We are in the storage room of Dice Dojo. So we've got some Puzzle Strike. We've got the Castle Detective card game. We've got Nitro Dice. We've got Venture Forth. We've got a bunch of stuff.
And, they have a whole palette worth of Cards Against Humanity, which may
It's
be
super
one of
awesome.
my
You all should go
favorite
and buy.
games.
We're, I think, the only licensed retailer in Chicago.
Yeah.
Woo!
it's
So
sweet.
the world famous Chicagoland Games Dice Dojo. All right. So we're shuffling up for game 2. Since he saw Progenitus, I think WUBRGxyz needs to bring in his Rest in Peace in the sideboard.
Really?
Well, I mean, I guess you don't have to because it leaves them with one card in their deck, so it
You're
doesn't
like,
really
sure,
stop them.
have fun.
All right.
Like,
I'm thinking of like
That's if he's playing one Progenitors.
Yes.
If he's playing multiple, then it's game over.
yeah, it looks like all he's playing is one Progenitus and one.
wait, no,
and
it's
Elishnorn?
still fine if
No,
he's
it's
playing
an
more than
infinite
one.
loop if you have more than one.
What?
It's an infinite loop if you have more than one.
So our resident judge
Well,
Chuck,
don't you just stop?
They're
You can't
always-
stop?
It's a replacement effect.
so you can't stop.
That's stupid.
Just get shuffled back in, and then you'll get down to 2 cards. Just constantly milled and shuffled.
Womp womp. All right.
Okay,
So we've got an
what
opening hand that looks.
What's the ruling
keepable.
on that, Chuck? Is
The
it
game is considered a draw
okay?
for a non-ending, non-interruptible loop.
Yep. Which aren't fun.
Nope.
Which is why World Gorge Dragon is banned in Legacy.
Fuck, where's these 2 dragon shields?
Are they
Call it
right
a came out
there?
Called Fusion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't find.
There are dragon shields right there.
I know.
There's none of the new ones.
There's not the new ones.
Oh, those aren't the new ones.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay.
Oh well.
Oh well. Apparently, there's a new Dragon Shield color.
Great. I don't like those.
I'm a big fan of KMCs myself.
Yeah.
The Hypermats are really nice. I like the.
Oh, we got some action.
We got some action
Top. Look at top. So much topping.
for life.
Yeah.
Top for
He has
life.
his Iona in his hand.
It's a
This
bold
seems
strategy.
Like this seems like an easy ship. This doesn't seem like
He's
a
got an
particularly
Iona?
good hand.
It's an Iona.
Like that just seems like a very mediocre at best hand. So
And-
Bob just seems to like have a lot more like so Bob's deck's obviously a lot tighter, right? Like it's just like
He's got
gonna do
Enlightened
this.
Tutor to find stuff. He's got Imperial Tutor to find the other half of the combo. Like
Joe, on the other hand, is like, I'm gonna have some fun with this. You know, Natural Order, that's a card I want to play.
Painter's Armor
Seems
Grindstone
reasonable.
is also a cool combo I want to play. Let's put them all together.
Why not?
And tell a gentleman, hello, sir. Nice to see you again. So Bob has played another Foothills, playing the grindstone, having the pedal, doing stuff, teaching him some things about Painter. One of these things is on the SCG circuit. One of these things is not.
Yep.
You never know. There was I don't know. We talked about it earlier in the chat, but I'm a big fan of the Eli Cassis Grixis control list. That was kind of cool. That him and a couple other people did well with. On the
So are
SCG
we gonna
Open.
see a Green Sun Zenith for hopefully a card that actually
Either one or two. Probably two. No one.
Noble
Just a hierarch.
Hierarch? Leave one floating for he's looking, he wants to shuffle so he can look at top.
That makes sense. And also getting Painter is really, really bad.
Well, you can't get Painter.
Because the other person... Oh, yeah, with Green Sun. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Someone tried to Green Sun me with Sower of Temptation. That didn't.
Sorry. Does not work. Yeah, I mean, player sleeves are the most personal preference thing in Magic.
I don't know. I think they're just right answers. So
Why do you contradict me?
I don't know because I like to. Don't you feel like you just start grindstoning people too, if you can, if you have like free mana? Is that like just the thing? To
Yeah,
do?
you just drown yard them.
Yeah, you're like, let's play some control magic.
Yeah. But good thing I already have Chalice. That's pretty cool though. If Chalice is gaining in price. But we just got a natural order. Are we getting
Which
the Elves
Chalice?
Chalice of the Void?
Really?
Because 7 of the 8 decks for the modern GP either had Treasure Cruise or Chalice.
Sure. I mean that's
That's
reasonable.
the thing.
All
All
right.
right.
We're gonna see.
We saw the Progenitus, the thing of all things.
This seems like a really like gross like. Yeah.
We're at the top of the basic forest. See if fetch land, something or other, and a Painter Servant. I guess I should have picked up more. But he's gonna.
All right. Let's see Let's see a little rippy rip. All he needs to do is draw Painter,
just-
right? He's got like
Yeah, he just halved him.
So, do you like him snapping off that Enlightened Tutor before he has the second half? Like, doesn't have the second half of the combo? Wait, he can draw. Like, okay.
So that's the game.
Yeah,
Bob just lost.
yeah. Let's get another one.
Dang. So
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if Bob plays tight here, he's like significantly favored in this.
hindsight is a little 20/20, but like he draws the grindstone. If he just saves the tutor to get the servant there, then
I think it's usually better to wait until like, unless like, and it's all like he also has Pyroblast, right? Like he may just want to go get the Painter servant anyways, because grindstone does nothing by itself.
yeah. So I'm gonna bring it back to the booth. Do you want to talk about Mentor and Legacy
Oh,
a little bit?
I can.
Do you want to save that for later? But
Well, pull it up. Can we? It's
we can't put it up
spoiled,
on
right?
Gather.
We can't.
What's it called? Mentor.
No, not Mentor of the Meek. All right, I'll pull it up and drag it over or something.
All right. Pull it up
Yeah,
on
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that one. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs and drag it
All
over
right,
now.
cool. So we've got some new spoiled cards from Fate Reforged. So that's kind of obviously a fun time in Magic when you get to see some spoiled cards. We actually have all of the new cards now spoiled, which is exciting. Definitely need to read up on those. But one that I'm particularly excited about, one that a lot of people are particularly excited about, the card Monastery Mentor. You see it here, obviously not on Gatherer yet, so we're using a different screen. But it is a card that has prowess itself. So it's a 2/2 base creature that also, whenever you play a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+1. In addition, whenever you play a non-creature spell, it creates a 1/1 with prowess. So for 3. Now this card actually insane. So it's 3 mana, which is a lot in Legacy. It does die to Lightning Bolt. It does die to Swords to Plowshares. It even dies to Grove of the Burn Willows, Punishing Fire combo. But it does a lot of damage while we're there. Basically what we're doing is that anytime we play a cantrip or any other kind of cheap spell, even something like a Gitaxian Probe, we're creating a Monastery Swift Spear. Essentially, right? Like it's a 1/1 instead of a 1/2, but
Yep.
we're talking some pretty ridiculous
Quelp, thank you for the follow.
power level here.
All right, I'm gonna remove our mugs.
Good. What do we got?
We've got David Gleicher versus Ned Kaida Yip.
Okay.
Bug Delver versus David's Bug Pod with like Priest of Titania. I think he still runs Siege Rhino.
Oh, Siege Rhino's real
So
good.
we'll see what these guys do. They are the match record. Dave won the first game, and I think he has a matchup advantage against the Delver decks, being sort of a Nick Fick deck.
Yeah. So let's get these decks and players updated, and we'll get right back to you.
So we've got
What's Ned on? Is he on?
he's on the
Bug Delver.
Bug Delver.
Okay.
Yep.
He might have the best last name. Just saying.
They were the ones who were sideboarding when we went up there, so we just grabbed them over. Easy peasy.
Also, 2 very good players, and
we're gonna call this Tit Pod.
okay. Why?
For Titania. Gleicher. Let's get
All
the
You want to put Birthing Pod up there? Because that's pretty good.
This is an important card for David. Boom. There we go.
One of my
All
favorite
right.
cards in Magic. I have played Birthing Pod in Modern for a long time. I played Birthing Pod when it was in Standard. I have not sunk to the degeneracy to play Birthing Pod in Legacy, but Glacier, a very big fan of the Birthing Pod.
Yep. And I think, and these guys are both 0-1 as well.
I cashed Minneapolis with Rug Birthing Pod, I think. With some Dead-Eye Navigator.
People are just lolling over the tip pod.
All right.
Yeah, it's some good stuff. I don't know if he's actually running Deadeye. He's got some Glenelendra Archmages. Maybe I can't remember which day it was, if it was a Monday or a Thursday, but he did do a deck tech at the end of a stream a few streams ago.
Glacier?
Yeah, Glacier did. You can see his whole deck laid out.
It's pretty sweet. I mean, I like it. It's just one of those decks where it's like you really need like the turn 1 mana accelerant, which he has. So
Yep.
How lucky!
We're here to play some Magic, boys.
So we got Deathrite Shaman, which is very good.
We've got the What Now Underground Sea.
Oh, it makes me so sad every time I see it.
I think he said he got that for 90.
I mean,
Or
I got
something like
my
that?
beautiful Underground Seas for 85 each, so
That was when?
I mean, a little bit ago, but sure.
All right, this was rather recent.
I
But the
mean,
What Now Underground Sea got Delver and a
Thoughtseize,
Thoughtseize.
yeah. So we got a Birthing Pod, which he doesn't want to see. You got a little Veteran Explorer, which you don't want to see.
Because he probably doesn't have many basics. That's 18 for this guy.
Yeah.
David gonna be a good guy and flip the cards over.
So we got a little Double E, which is good against Ned. Birthing Pod, Brainstorm, Murderous Redcap, Veteran Explorer, and Brainstorm number 2. We're taking. That seems wrong.
Do you just take? You need to take the pod there?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the card that makes the engine go, and it's very much like in Modern. Like if you start potting, you're just gonna outvalue your opponent.
We're gonna Brainstorm too, which if he has a counter, he may want to just pierce it. Yeah, he's gonna pierce this.
Here's the
which
first
is
one.
Fine. Now, interestingly enough, he could actually preemptively play. Well, yeah, there's no really reason to do that, I guess. Oh, Disfigure's bad for Clay.
Boom! Ouch! Take 3.
So, even with this good of an opener, I don't. Oh, that's even better. This might be real bad.
Rough. This
That's
might just be 1/1, guys.
ideal.
Click him.
His
Draw step.
click too. Oh,
It's 14.
you can't take lands with click though. I guess some solace. Click you very much. Oh,
he's clicking himself.
Oh,
All
he has
right.
to reveal. He has to reveal. He has to reveal. He can't do that. It's non-land. You don't know how your card works. That's all right, buddy.
Good thing you have to reveal.
Yeah, I mean that's why you have to reveal.
Talking about some StarCraft in chat. This isn't StarCraft, guys. So he's just taking 5, 6.
That's right, Shaman. You're dead.
6.
Yeah, he's dead.
Alright.
I guess taking Veteran Explorer is just fine. Although I don't know that it.
I mean, he drew a Cabal Therapy, so he could have found the sack outlet for it to get lands.
No.
If he didn't just get wasted out.
Yeah, like, but he never had a black source.
Well, if he was able to keep the death right, that's why, like,
Right, the disfigure is huge.
the hand on face.
Yeah.
That's gotta hurt. This right here. That's painful, guys.
I mean, how many people are playing disfigure?
I mean, this is the only deck that really runs it. Like, even like the bug controlists are gonna run something like Innocent Blood over this any day.
Which not as good against Veteran Explorer, as it turns out.
No, that's not what you want to be doing against the old lady. We've got like the old ladies of Legacy. We've got Death and Taxes with Mom. We've got Veteran Explorer. She knows her way around the woods and other parts of the country. And so yeah, so this is going to be game 3, and we should get Ned. Ned shouldn't start at 18. We may even get another match if this goes pretty quickly. 3 matches in 1 round, guys. Let's hope for that. We still got them shuffling up. I mean, hopefully David can get some actual lands this time around to make this an even matchup. Got to do what he's supposed to do. And presenting. Let's draw some colors. Alright, so we're drawing the 7.
Is there Wi-Fi down here? No.
You might be able to.
I need to pay for parking. I completely forgot. Let me get some Wi-Fi.
Alright, so
I'll be back.
David's gonna be shipping it back. Ryan's gonna be making sure his car doesn't get towed or booted or whatever. And looks like Ned's still considering his hands, or he maybe have decided to keep. Looks like he has. Yeah, I think Wismar has been a while. It's been a while since it's been good outside of Vintage. I do think it's worth running some Wismares or Ingot Chewers in the sideboard of Dredge. That's usually not like a bad thing, especially because it's, you know, they're pretty good cards. So let's look at this hand. We've got Baleful Strix, we've got Cobalt Therapy, we've got some lands. Yes, Gibboism. Gizm's got it. Plan a turn 1 Death Right. That seems good. And we go on to Ned's turn. Ned's got the Wasteland. He's got Abrupt Decay. Plays his own Tropical. Plays on a Death Right. So we've got a mirror match so far, but these decks are wildly different. Let's see what David's got. I think I might just... Well, with that land, he's not going to be able to play the Strict, but let's see what he chooses to do. He plays a Nile Spellbomb. So that's not a bad card. That's going to be able to shrink Tarmogoyfs and stop any cruising that Ned wants to do. Excuse me. And Ned, let's see what he's thinking about. I can't tell what... So he's going to Abrupt Decay hit the Death Right. That seems like a good play. Kind of having a Death Right advantage so you don't, like, sort of fighting over stuff in the graveyard to use resources. So I don't mind that. Seems like a decent play. Gonna waste the Trop. Get David off of blue. And pass the turn. David draws his own Abrupt Decay, and he's going to pass the turn, and Ned's going to use some of the mana. And I think, like, David's considering whether to Nihil Spellbomb himself here to stop him. That seems like an interesting play. Like, he's not going to be able to get the card draw off of it, but looks like he is. He's going to remove his own graveyard to stop the Death Right from eating his land. So that's an interesting play. That's a no mana for you, Ned. And Ned draws another Disfigure. Drops a Misty. And we continue on.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, so he's got...
You know, was he just faking Glacier out, though?
He had a Vendilion click, so it looked like he was trying to do EOT click there.
Okay.
And he just removed his own land with a spellbound in response.
Fine for Gleish, though, I think, because he has an abrupt decay, I believe.
Yeah. We've got Ryan back, by the way. Hi, Ryan.
Sorry. Still snowing.
Yes, it is. All right, so we've got he used a fetch land, so we got to adjust for that.
Is that his second fetch or his first?
That is his first.
Okay.
Now they both used one.
Glacier going to get the basic swamp. The swamp.
The white bordered swamps. Ermagerd swamps. Alright. And he's gonna abrupt the other click. The bird draw.
So this is interesting. So why didn't he go get something that could cast a bird?
I think he's just trying. I think he's just trying to stay clear of wastelands.
But like, you still want to be able to cast your
I
bird.
know.
Like for sure. Does Bug Delver even run wastelands?
Yes.
Does it?
He's got one in the yard.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
And he's gonna him him. Gonna him him.
Guess that's fine. I would just play the Tarmogoyf, I think.
We can even hear the dice rolling on the table.
No, no, it's the first one, almost certainly.
So 2 of the 3 Baleful Strix have been
It's
removed from
fine.
hands.
I guess he can play the Tarmogoyf too if he
Yeah, if he wants to.
removes the land. I think that's fine.
And there comes the Tarmogoyf.
Mm.
Use the dice. Use the big dice, Ned. Use the Tarmogoyf die.
Cabal therapy, you.
Hayu Bias saying 2 birds with 1 hymn. That's funny.
That's pretty good.
Kedza, thank you for the follow.
So
It was a little while ago, but
we
thank you.
What do you take here? It's like you definitely don't care about the force.
Well, it's a Cabal Therapy, so it depends on what he named. He plays his own Death Right. And I don't know if...
You
Is
don't
it
sack
better
it.
to... Yeah. You should keep it.
Goodza?
Whatever. Alright. Yeah, I think... He's just going to say go. Alright.
Yeah.
Draws the Wasteland. Disfigure.
I mean, we saw
Death
that
Right.
coming.
Yep.
So, artifact, creature, sorcery, instant, land. I have 5? Is that right?
Yeah. That's what he's got on the table.
Okay.
Maybe he's not using the...
Deathrite Shaman. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Not using the Tarmogoyf dice to spite Mark, it seems.
So
Tax once
another
again.
5.
5 ya. Go to 9 with a space.
Do we have another Tarmogoyf?
Another Tarmogoyf.
That makes me sick to my stomach.
That's game. Whew. Alright. So Ned comes back down a game and takes out
I can't imagine he's favored in that
No.
match, though.
I mean, it sounds like he just got, like, the defigure seemed really
I mean,
helpful.
they're critical to that, right?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, you really need the turn 1 mana acceleration. You also need him not to draw a Veteran Explorer, because if he draws a Veteran Explorer, the game's over. Like, I don't know. Like, some of that stuff seems loose. Like, I guess Click's good against him, but, like, it's not extremely good.
Yeah.
A lot of his cards deal with it. I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah. I'm going to see if we can try and get a 3rd game for this round, guys, so
That's
sit tight.
pretty exciting.
That's pretty exciting. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't know who didn't get the memo, but green creatures are just like the worst. Like they shouldn't be played. I mean, yeah. Yeah, but he had an option to either. Yeah, I guess he could have played. Yeah, he can't play the Strix anyway. It's pretty bad. Well, Steve, that's interesting. It is very cold here, so I think that could be the same for me.
Oh, so sorry, guys. All the matches that are still in progress are already on game 3s. So let's go over the decks once again. Stained Death, thank you for the follow. That is awesome.
Did you say what you thought of the Monastery Mentor?
I did not. No.
What do you
Seems
think?
good.
Like, how big of a deal is it that it's at 3 instead of 2, like PZ? It's like a pretty big deal, right? Like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, if it was at 2, Spell Snare becomes a really good card in the format.
That's fair.
But
I don't know that it's not already a really good
yeah.
card in the format right now.
I think it's underplayed, frankly.
Yeah.
But let's see what, I don't know, we'll see what happens. It makes a lot of things. I mean, what's the actual body on the card?
It's a 2/2.
It's a 2/2. Okay. I mean,
So it's still it
like
makes Bull
Pyroclasm
really
stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
No. Pyroclasm's not it.
I mean, it's sort of like, I mean, Toxic Deluge is probably like a card that's already good.
Yeah.
It's gonna stay good.
Like you need that. I just think Bolt becomes like even more important. Like I think decks move towards playing bolts.
Yeah. So let's go over what we have.
Well, there's a question here by Fivespedia about what the two of us who are just sitting
What
here
do
and
we
talking.
play in the format? Oh.
So I'll let you answer first because my answer is a lot longer. I think.
Yeah. So I hadn't played Magic at all. Like, if you guys notice this hat is a hat from like 8 years ago when they first introduced Two-Headed Giant. A friend of mine won one of the inaugural tournaments. We got hats for it. That was kind of the last time I played Magic, and I really started playing again, and I really got attached. I've always liked prison style decks.
Yep.
And so, Smokestacks is probably one of my favorite cards of all time.
Well, what deck did you start with?
I started with Enchantress.
Okay. Okay.
Because that was kind of like the cards I had around, and I still had like. And I just like ran into Trinisphere multiple times.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't fun Magic at all. I want to be the one playing Trinispheres. I want to be doing that stuff to people. I had some Wastelands and Richtemport still, back when I played, and I decided that the best shell to put those in was in lands, and so I got to Wasteland people, I get to Richtemport people, I get to drop 20/20s on people. It's a really fun deck, and I recently swapped into the control version of it, the version with blue with Telerio West and Intuition, which I've really enjoyed playing because it gives me the option to kind of like recur engineered explosives and kind of do really kind of degenerate things with that. I've been running Nephalia Drownyard in the sideboard, so I have an out against Miracles. And you can also run Smokestack in it. Like, people do that. That's the thing. You can also run Jace. So that's kind of what I've been playing. I've been able to get into the money the last 3 times I've played it. So that's really cool. Like, I have a little bit of a streak going with that. And 3 is actually like a trend now. I guess it's not just like 2 in a row. But what is it's an upward trending line. But you, Ryan, what is it that you've been playing? I know you're a fan of.
Well, so my first
High Tide stuff.
I'll go with my first deck.
Order. All right.
The first deck I won a Legacy tournament with was was goblins. This was back when goblins was actually a
Was tier
reasonable
1?
deck.
Where it was goblins, land still, and solidarity.
No,
Or not
this
that
was
early?
like not that early. This was like right before all the people started playing Survival of the Fittest. So it was like right before Survival of the Fittest was like the deck. Then I bounced around from a couple decks. I like Knight of the Reliquary, so I played a couple like Knight counterbalance decks, which are really interesting. But kind of landed on, hey, I want to do something unfair. And so started playing High Tide, got Candelabras when they were still like reasonably cheap. And did that whole thing when Time Spiral got unbanned, so that was fun. Currently, in between, I played I like top 32 GP Atlanta, I think, with Reanimator. Played Stoneforge Mystic kind of decks that are fun with Jace. Played Bug like control deck. But like my current decks are Jund, which is kind of a fun fairish deck, and then Blue White Red Miracles, which is just a good control deck. So.
Yeah, I mean, Miracles is a cool deck. Nick Hass has been one of the local players who plays it quite a bit, but he's been on Reanimator and more of like a Jeskai Stoneblade list lately because of everybody. Like, there's usually a couple of people locally who've been playing like Blue Red Delver, and that's a little tricky with Miracles.
Yeah, it can be tough. It's nice when you're able to search up Warmth, though.
Yeah, if you're running the Enlightened Tutor version.
Yeah, it's really good. You want to pull up Warmth because that's a fun card.
Warmth, yeah.
Yeah, so basically all their lightning bolts do 1 to you, which is great. Yeah, I have most of the format. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm actually putting together like a painter deck too right now, so I picked up three grindstones, which is interesting. I don't know that I've ever played that before.
Oh. I was having this thought earlier about like, I know for a while there was sort of like the 4-color Cascade decks that were running both Bloodbraid and Shardless Agent. Yeah. Like, I was wondering if you included more stuff to kind of cascade into, like, I don't know, like Esper Charm or something. It was just sort of like, hey, like, let's draw some more cards.
I mean, I don't know.
I kind of want to see that deck make a return.
Well,
just cascade everywhere.
I played the Shardless deck too. It's fun. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place, I guess.
Yeah. All right, so guys, we're gonna have the round 3 coming up soon. So once again, the decks that we have in the room are as follows: Zoo, Grixis Delver, Shardless Blade, Lands, Junk / Dark Maverick, Miracles, Strawberry Shortcake or Red White Painter, Jeskai Good Stuff, Death and Taxes, Storm, Nick Fick Pod with David we saw just
who's actually doing well.
Bug Delver, Rug Delver, Elves, Jeskai, Talrand, Dead Guy Ale, and the Naya Painter deck. The people who won the first round are
Scumbag Schaefer.
Yeah, Schaefer won with Death and Taxes. The Talrand deck won somehow. He was playing up against the Grixis Delver. Nick won with a Jeskai deck, and Lands won, as well as the Shardless Blade deck, which I'm assuming is like Bant Blade sort of thing.
Do you know if Simon beat Greg or?
I have no idea about. And Zoo won. That's also true. I don't know if Zoo beat Death and Taxes. That would have been a cool match to watch, but we wanted to see Painter.
Hey, Myth, we are not playing in the basement. However, we're casting from the basement. So they get to play in the nice warm upstairs, and we get to bring you the stream from the
bowels
the
and
bowels of
storage
the earth,
room
yeah.
of... Yeah, this is there is no cock magic here. These are all human
Pete,
players.
I'm not sure. There may be some cog magic.
But yeah, we're in the storage room of Dice Dojo. Our wonderful host tonight is Chicagoland Games Dice Dojo on the north side of Chicago. Super awesome. Intelligent Man, you just missed me reading off all of the decks.
We will repeat that later, but not right now.
Not gonna do it again. My goodness.
Not happening.
Yeah. So basically, Dr. is about Talrand. So a bunch of the people, kind of going back to our conversation about Mentor, a number of people are playing decks that are cutting cards to like make room for Mentor, but it's not out yet. So they're just playing random stuff. And so Kyle is playing Talrand Sky Summoner in the place of Mentor for his deck.
Oh. Those are not the same card
No, they're not.
at all.
They're both 2/2s that make guys,
I mean,
but
sort of.
one costs 4 and the other costs 3.
Yeah, that's a little different in Legacy, I think. I'm not sure.
At 4 mana, you might as well just cast Jace.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but...
Yeah.
Oh, God. I don't know. These decks seem like they might be just making Jace really bad. I
Which
think
is a
they are.
scary thing to say.
I mean, do you throw Jeskai Ascendancy into these decks and just, like, have a field day?
I mean, they kind of do that in... They showed that it was a good thing to do in Modern. I mean, like, I know Chuck has been playing sort of like a Jeskai control list that has, like, the Jeskai Ascendancy kill, but also runs Counterbalance in top.
Well, so here's...
Kinda
This
thing.
is what I'm thinking, right? So if you have a bunch of, like, prowess tokens... and you can leave mana up, you just, like, people can never attack. Like, ever. In a million years. You're just like, alright, well, Lightning Bolt your Goyf, make a 2/2, like, untap everything, they become 3/3s. Like, it's, like, insane, right? I don't know. I'm not saying that's right, but, like, I could definitely see playing 1 or 2 just as, like, a value card in those decks. Especially since you're going to have to play more lands, and then you're, like, looting your lands away to Jeskai Ascendancy.
Yeah.
It seems like a reasonable card.
5Speedia says, from what I've seen, it seems like your meta is really friendly for people playing their own or innovative things. That's really good to see. Our meta is really hostile with that at times. If you're not playing something tier 1, you're doing something wrong. I'm sorry, like, if it's that way around where you guys... I know for us, like, for me personally, when I started playing again, I got, like, a warm welcome. I was really happy when I was playing. Everybody upstairs playing Enchantress, like, everyone was really friendly and welcoming, so that's something that I really like about our community here. I mean, even like a couple weeks ago we had Bloody Squirrels, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Like, we're always happy to see kind of random and rogue stuff, and people have deep enough collections where they can do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. I think there's kind of some, like, there's a distribution, right? Like, it's not... I think there are people that play very competitively, and you will learn a lot from them and be able to, like, play kind of, you know, practice kind of tuning matches against a reasonable gauntlet. But you also have people that come in with blue-red stasis and have a lot of fun, right? So it's kind of an interesting mix, and I think, you know, the level of play is really high too. Even, I mean, with some notable exceptions occasionally, but but like no, but but I think you're getting a reasonable, like, expectation of what the wider game looks like when you go to a Star City or go to a GP.
And I think we tend to, as Nathan Borgo was pointing out, we do like to show more of the unique stuff on camera. I mean, like, I know that you, like, a lot of people, because this is sort of like our Monday night stream, and a lot of people that like Legacy kind of watch the Open. In the Open, you're going to see Delver matches against Delver and like all this stuff over and over and over again.
Can be played.
So like I really like it when we have the opportunity to do things.
Do we need to tell you a match, Chuck?
I've got other things to take care of. Just run up there and tell them who's playing.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So we didn't get. A lot of people are saying Storm. So we've got the Talrand deck against Maverick, and we've got Death and Taxes against the Jeskai good stuff. Looks like somebody dropped, so there's a bye.
No, there's been a buy, I think.
Oh, there has been a bye, yeah. So that's why Zoo won, because Zoo had the bye.
Yeah.
Let's see. People want to see what the Storm decks are against. Where's his name? Where's Phil?
Is Phil playing Storm?
Phil was, then I guess he dropped, again? I have no idea. So, we saw some stuff. I mean, I'd be curious to see the Talrand and Maverick, but
Let's do that.
we could also do Hess versus Gregory if we want to do something.
No, let's do
Kyle and
Kyle.
Greg? Okay.
Yeah.
Pat, you weren't fast enough. We need more.
Oh, it's all right. No worries. So, we're gonna see a little, Maverick versus Talrand Jeskai deck, which should be fun for sure.
All right, so they've agreed. So we're gonna have Greg Pino playing Maverick versus Kyle Norman playing Jeskai, but with Talrand Sky Summoner. Whoops.
So he's playing more islands, right? So
I'm guessing so. Sorry about the chairs. Like the mic kind of picks up a lot of the. I mean, we have a better mic, so like you get to hear us a lot better, but it's picking up a lot more of. I mean, they're playing literally right above us, so like when they're moving chairs above us, like we're gonna hear them.
We're in the basement. That means there are people up on top. What's your worst bad beat playing MTG?
Oh geez. The thing that's haunted me most was, well, I guess, what do you define a bad beat? Like, my own self-inflicted bad beat?
No. A bad beat is where you're like super favored to win, and somebody's like, you're not gonna win because I top decked this card. It's just like an impossible card. You shouldn't have had in.
It was actually on camera, at least the last match of it was. I was playing lands against Dredge.
Okay.
And normally, with lands, you can... Bye, guys. I'm going to finish the rest of the story while we get this started up.
Yeah.
Try to do two things at once. So, this is Kyle. So, I was playing lands.
Oh, no. That's Talrand.
So I was playing lands, and like you can crop rotate for WUBRGxyz, and that's easy. But he gets out an Ashen Rider.
Oh God.
And he's able to recur it. So for those who don't know, like he gets this sweet draw in game 3 where he just decimates my board with Ashen Rider, and I can do nothing. So like it's a superly heavily favored matchup. Because I've got Glacial Chasm, which they can't punch through. I've got Tabernacle, so they can't build up zombies. And I kind of want to call this deck Rhinoplasty.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Well,
we're going to see a Gitaxian Probe from Kyle, which will reveal Double Wasteland, Scavenging Ooze,
Let's start the
Gadakteed, Scrib Ranger.
Alright, so we get this going. He used that, so he's fetching, so he's making it easy. I'm just going to put him down to 17.
Sure.
He fetched 2, so that's 19.
So he gets a mountain here, I think. Or he doesn't have any. That's unfortunate, because that's going to get wasted.
Yeah, he just lowered his head, being like, oh. Ugh. Gibboism's Bad Beat Story, round 15 versus Infect. I'm at 5 Infect, Blind Therapy, Invigorate, and hit. My opponent needs to rip either Invigorate or Vines the last one to beat me. He hits it, and we go to game 3. That's rough. I don't know. The thing I was going to say for, like, my self-inflicted... the worst mistake was, like, playing at regionals when I was in high school and missing my... what's her name? She was the 4-4... Well, not a 4-4. She was a 2-2 for 4. During each player's upkeep, you have to sacrifice something.
Is it
Braids, Cabal Minion?
Yeah.
I missed my own Braids trigger and got a game loss and lost the match for it. And I was 3-0, and I was like, I was playing like, I think I was playing Tim Ayton.
okay?
Something like that. And like, I was like, I knew his name, and like, it was like I lost because I died in my own mistake. Blech. So we'll get rid of the Ash Rider, put like a legitimate problem. We'll put Talrand up again. So that's a thing.
That's a card that's in the deck. So we're probably gonna see a Ponder, yeah.
Yep.
So what Kyle's doing here is he's gonna set up for days, basically. You'll see we have land. That's interesting. That seems completely wrong. All right.
He's drawing the Delver.
Is he drawing the Delver?
He just drew the Delver, yeah. So he has an instant on top, but
Yeah, but he
doesn't have a land.
Instant on. Well, he has a land on top, like after the instant. He should draw the land, keep the instant on top, probably.
Yep, there goes.
That would be my
his land.
thought. So we're gonna see him draw not a land, I think. Yeah,
Drawing Treasure Cruise, it looks like.
yeah. So he has a land. I guess he's just like not caring about setting up the Delver, which makes sense given where he's at. He may be looking for a basic island, hopefully, or he's just all 3 colors.
Oh, same goes for you, Ryan.
Oh,
you said it?
Oh, I said what it was, but
Oh, what a bad beat was.
yeah,
Like your story for bad beat.
okay.
Or do you want to save that until after the match? We
I'll
can
save it
that
for after the match. I've
that.
got some good stories. I don't know that like a bad beat one is like my favorite, but that's fine. We'll do what the folks ask for. Yeah, we just let this resolve, right? Like, okay, I lose my Delver.
Those aren't the creatures we really care about.
I mean, I think you just okay. That's fine.
So no.
Well,
game
you
line.
know he has another wasteland. I don't know. It's interesting. And he's like got scavenging ooze, which is like really bad for you. Does he have a mountain he can just like take care? Oh yeah, because he's the volcanic, so he's just gonna like let scavenging ooze resolve and bolt it. I guess that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Rapido can't activate it twice to save it, so.
We can't activate it at all, probably. Right?
Noob Zoner, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for the follow.
So
a while ago.
that's bad. See, this is why you don't. Oh, well, it's less bad, I guess. He's got a flip Delver now. Yeah, he gets to draw that. That doesn't just stay. So he can actually draw a bunch of cards right now.
Was that Gut Shot?
What's it?
I thought that was Gut Shot in his hand.
I don't think so.
The first card. No, that's Goblin Guide? That's wrong life total.
No, I feel like you just Treasure Cruise here. Can't he just Treasure Cruise for an extra delve?
Yeah, you can Treasure Cruise with the extra delve. No, he's gonna Gut Shot.
Oh!
Paying 1 life and 1 mana.
2 life.
Sorry. Schmiegel Schmongel, thank you for the follow, sir. Speaking of a man, so people never trust a person who plays lands in front. Yeah, I think Kyle does that just to mess with people.
The mother runes. I would have saved the gut shot, I think. No, I'm just kidding. I think the gut shot's fine on the...
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, obviously.
It's going to allow him to cruise and...
Yeah.
Cast a peasy.
Well, yeah.
And he
I
could...
feel like you have to sword
he could sword
here.
the mom here.
Yeah.
But cruise first, ask questions later.
Really? I guess so.
I don't know.
Don't you care about what's in your graveyard, Kyle?
I think he's realizing that now.
Okay.
So all the lands you wastelanded, I'm going to use them for fodder.
Just gonna draw my whole library, cause why not?
Probe. Was that probe? Cruise?
Probe, cruise. Are those foil treasure cruises?
That's a. I think that's a counterspell. No, that's not a counterspell.
It's hard to tell.
It might have been cruise. All right, so he's gonna go down.
Do you think he should have fetched before he cruised, so he has less likelihood of drawing a land, or do you think he wanted to draw a land?
I don't know. He definitely didn't hit land, so.
Yeah, I mean it didn't matter, but.
And at this point, land aren't bad.
No.
I guess.
Whoa. Okay.
Swords. Oh, he's just gonna race here. Because he doesn't really have many
Sure.
flyers.
Yeah.
Scribbreacher is basically one of the only flyers. He was at 15, right?
Yeah.
Cancel. All right. So he goes down to 12.
Yeah. So we see scavenging ooze, which makes it very hard to race. Right. Like, and an active mom. Like, that's why I was fairly surprised. On the other hand, he can probably cruise again, which is... Wait, what are we doing?
We're hitting
Don't
for
we?
3 and sending him to 9.
Shouldn't we, like, do some cruising? Some cruising for cruising?
Yeah, I think we just cruise.
Well, he has to
I mean, he has a-
brainstorm first.
Yeah, I mean... I mean, if he's kind of... this is sort of like, it would have been neat for him to draw lands, because he could have, like, played a Pyromancer before all of this and made some tokens.
Correct.
Alright, so we're looking at trues. Now we're going to cruise the cards that we just saw.
Well, +1.
Yeah. We just delved an extra card there. Whatever. It's fine. Got a Daze. And then another foil card, I don't know.
He's discarding treasure cruise. Does he have full foil treasure cruises? Because that's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he got them like when the card was like spoiled and came out. He was just like, I'm gonna get 4 foil. Like that's something he did.
Sylvan Library. I'm expecting Pino to not use that to great effect.
He does use it against me for great effect. Against lands, you just
And
like
he's gonna force it.
you just
Sure.
you just eat cards
Sure.
all the time. He just eats himself twice, and then he wins the game. So he was pitching the Talrand Sky Summoner. So being used as force fodder. He's gonna go up to 10. And attack for 3.
So we're tie game at 10. And we'll see.
I kind of like the Jeskai player, though, at this tied point.
I think there were some questionable plays here. Okay.
Like, play Pyromancer.
Play something.
Then he can...
Probe?
Seems like. I think that's what I do. But he's going to attack first.
I would see.
And
I don't
pass.
really like doing this stuff.
Alright, so he's going to daze
He's gonna double daze.
Gadatees.
I think he has another daze.
I think he was just trying to like hold him off mana to not be able to grow and gain life with the scavenging ooze.
Well, I thought he had another daze.
Oh.
Okay.
I think that's the pure reason why he was doing that. He's just going to chump and
That's fine.
try and win the life race.
I mean, he will.
Yeah. So we can ponder and make another dude. Look at some stuff.
See, I don't like attacking before I do my stuff. Like, there's no, like, he doesn't interact with you. Like, you should be able to.
I mean, pondering could see something like maybe he sees something like some bolts or something where he would rather allocate his mana for that.
Right.
And like he can win this turn. It like changes. I mean, I don't think it changes his attack. Like he's just gonna attack either way, but.
Shuffling.
Everybody shuffle. Every day I'm shuffling. Alright, so we're gonna. We don't care about that card, just leave it in the middle. Alright. We're gonna draw a card off the ponder. Looks red.
It's a bolt.
Promo pummel. Promo bolt. So now Kyle's trying to do some math.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I think there's like lots of plays here. Anyway.
You could pro bolt, make two guys.
Well, you can't get too low. If you get too low, the ooze is just going to be able to swing by itself with a mom giving it prot.
That's true. It'll give him pro red. But he's going to pro at the very least when he has no cards in hand. Plan and say go. Alright. Yeah, it's... So we... Tough spot for Greg. If he drew GTA, that would have been house, but... Does not look like he drew that.
What did he draw?
I cannot tell. He would have played it by now if it was GTA.
I mean, sure.
I don't know if he actually plays GTA in the main board. I'm trying to think. Maybe he just plays Sophie. But that's still fine.
Yeah.
And he's going to scoop.
Greg scoops it up.
Okay. So Talrand does the job of being pitched to force. And we go on to game 2. I'm going to change this and say prep for mentor. Add that there. So the chat's talking about some stuff about when Patrick Chapman said you could plow the mom on camera at a really early SCG event, and they're giving a lot of information of where you can find that on the internet.
That's fine. Just watch it after our stream.
Yep. We'd love to have you guys stay with us. Hooray. Alright. So, we're looking at sideboard stuff. I feel like Sulphurous Vortex isn't a bad card to bring in this matchup. What do you think? I don't know if he has them, but that tends to be a common thing in the sideboard.
I don't particularly love it. What?
Saturated Wombat just being a troll. It's like, what if Talrand costs 1 red and was a human, not a merfolk, and wasn't legendary and made 1 red elementals instead? Then it'd be playable. What if Talrand was Young Pyromancer? Ooh. That seems like a cool deck, Stain Death. Blue-white counterbalance, dividing top with Squadron Hawk and Moat. Do you also play stuff like you play Stoneforge in that to get equipment for the Hawks?
Why would you get Squadron Hawk instead of like just Thopter combo?
That's an interesting point.
Yeah, like you can play Thopter Sword in that, and it's like very similar, I think.
Mm-hmm. Certainly gives you life gain that Squadron Hawk certainly can't.
Yeah, and
but Squadron Hawk does give you like extra shuffles.
It's true.
So you like hawk for like 2 hawks, and then you can do some stuff, brainstorm top, and then like get another hawk later on.
No, I mean I get
shuffle.
it. I get it draws you some cards, but
we've back to the action, guys. We've got Mom. All the Mom jokes. Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Yeah. So we've got, because Squadron Hawk Jace is insane.
I mean, sure.
Yes, that's what they did in Standard.
Yeah, I remember that.
Supposedly, I didn't play during that Standard. I am trying to add to my my Standard like Classic Series stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've almost done building Blue-Black Tog, it's like Secatog, and Squirrel Opposition.
No Mythic Bant though. Yeah.
Not yet. I don't have like I don't. If you want to build it and bring it, like that'd be fine.
I mean, I probably could.
But and like
the problem is it basically just uses like Modern and Legacy cards.
Yeah. But it's not. I mean, yeah, like if Stoneforge was legal in Modern, do you think that would still be a deck to get?
Oh, Mythic Band didn't run Stoneforge. It runs Sovereign of Lost Alaras.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, yeah, it was a fun deck though. We can talk about it later. There's got some action going on. Just a little pondering, a little wear and tear from Kyle Norman.
There's a Mother of Goons. All right.
Oh yes. You see, this is real bad for Kyle. Real bad.
So he also used a fetch.
Yeah, Kyle can't be favored in this matchup.
Back in the day when I couldn't afford fetches, I used hawks to shuffle my brainstorms. Yeah, that's the poor man's way of doing it, I suppose. It seems really valuable to kind of go after fetches and lands first in order to build stuff, as far as the monetary purchases go. But we're gonna the best brainstorms are 2-mana brainstorms, and that's what we're doing.
Those are in fact the worst, I think.
No, the worst are Trinisphered brainstorms.
That's fair. Or counterbalance brainstorms that you're like, get countered, get messed up. Yeah, this is like the ideal opener for Greg though. So like,
he's got the mom that wasn't killed, and he's got the Thalia and the mom to protect the Thalia, just to really slow Kyle down and.
I mean, stop Kyle in his tracks, basically, right? Like, you've got Thalia is going to be able to attack for 2 every turn, just kind of put Kyle on a pretty good clock. See a Wasteland and a Stoneforge Mystic. This game's going to be over real quick. So I actually disagree with that play from Pino. Like, he needs to play that Wasteland first so that he can pay for days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of loose play.
Well, he can't cast days. He's tapped out.
He can cast days.
Don't you still have to pay 1 even if you use the alternate mana? Oh. The things we learn on.
No, days is a free counter spell. That's why it's so good. It wouldn't be playable if you had to pay 1 mana for it.
No, like with Thalia's, when Thalia's in play.
Oh, with Thalia in play, you're right. I'm sorry.
That's why I'm like, you still have to pay 1.
Yeah, you still have to do that, I guess. I don't know. Thalia's real good.
Thalia's a good card. We're thinking about well, he's got 7.
No, he has to wear the. Or is it wear or tear the jit?
Tear is the enchantment side.
So it's wear.
Yeah.
Although no, he is Crocus, which
Bounces a legendary permanent. No, wait, I don't think it only bounces creatures.
what I don't know what it doesn't do what it says it does, which I think is permanent. I think it actually doesn't bounce shit though.
Yeah, because you can't bounce like Keranos with it. Legendary creature.
Legendary creature.
So it's been errated to just creature.
Oh, because legends used to be. Legend referred to legendary creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Commentators aren't new to Legacy. We just don't play with some of these cards all the time. Rather old to Legacy.
Yeah.
Apparently just not good. Whatever.
Who's saying that stuff? Hey, Frank. How you doing? I don't know. I think it's more of just like we're just kind of sitting back and like watching Kyle really get hurt
Like
this game.
I mean,
there's not really much to talk about.
yeah, it's like okay, so Mom is active, and we have. I mean, you can kind of tell how the game is going when one person has 8 permanents in play and the other person has 3 permanents and they're all lands. Like, that's usually not a good sign.
Nah, not terribly.
It's not a thrilling game right now. So we're going to see Jit actually make its way onto the battlefield. It will then get
Worn out. End of turn for the 3 mana wear.
Yeah, so, but we're still doing 6 damage a turn without Jit. So
Oh geez, something just died upstairs.
okay, so Sword of Fire and Ice, that makes that wear seem a lot
And that's
worse.
game, boys.
And that's it.
Scrooge changing life totals. Everyone's back to 20 and we're starting game 3. So they do still play like D&D and tabletop stuff upstairs, so that might just be someone falling down a well or
Okay.
something.
Can we push them back up the well or something?
Help them! So Legacy needs more Pyroclasm, Volcanic Fallout. I'm a big fan of what Hayobaya says, like Fire and Ice. That'd be kind of cool. See some more Fire and Ice.
I think that was the sword that Pino played.
Yeah. But the actual card, Fire Ice.
Oh. Yeah, it's alright. Some decks run it, I think. Just
Not
as, like, a
anymore.
one-of. No?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I kind of like it in sort of like the Fork Bolt slot.
Yeah.
Because you get to do the same thing as Fork Bolt. I mean, you have to pay 1 more, but you get to cycle it when that's not what you want to be doing.
Which is a good bit of the time, probably. Although I don't know how much more that... I don't really think I'm going to like what Mentor does to this format.
Makes Knight of Souls Betrayal a lot better. And Dread of Night.
Sure.
Little Dread of Night
Makes
action.
Intangible Virtue pretty awesome.
That would be sweet. Get a pure tokens deck with Peasy and
Yeah.
Mentor and Intangible Virtue.
It also triggers Mentor.
Oh, it does?
It's a 9-creature spell.
There you go. That's cube though, Hayobas. Oh, Hayoballs, whatever it is, whatever your name is. Oh yeah, Dak Faden, that's also a good card. So we've got game 3 going. Hopefully Kyle can make this a little bit more of a game. Looks like he's considering his choice of Pokemon cards for tokens. So for the people who don't really know, I don't know if it's like an unspoken rule or something like that, but it seems like most everyone uses Pokemon cards for tokens. At least a lot of people do.
I know, but I like ripping up little scraps of paper.
Oh. Mark convinced me to get an Ancient Mew to use for Merit Lage.
It's pretty good.
So that's what I've been using.
You know
but everyone
what?
concedes before I get to play it.
You know what you really need? You need the foil Merit Lage token.
Yeah. But like when I went to go get it, like the foil Merit Lage cost 3 times as much as it would have cost me to get the Ancient Mew.
Really?
So I was like, yeah, those things are like $15, $10, $15.
Sweet. I have one.
So
You
like,
only ever need one. So there's
exactly,
that.
yeah. I mean, you get to choose something flavorful, like a Pokemon card that kind of matches what it is that you're making tokens of.
But you could have a 2020 flying foil ice monster.
All right, what I would like to get would be to someone to take a card and, like,
Can we
someone
get
to
Merit
paint-
Lage token on the. It's MER, I think.
no,
It's not. It's A.
Marit.
Apparently, not a card.
Yeah, they do not show tokens on Gather.
That's annoying.
That's rough.
Can we search for it? Because it's really awesome art.
I mean, I would love someone to, like, do an altar that's just the art that's not foil.
Oh, really?
Like, when we do, like, if you search, if we Google image search, like, that guy. But when it's just, I want a card that's, like,
Okay.
just that.
So this game is actually interesting. So, Pino. So, Kyle opened on Delver, and then Pino opened on Mother Runes that got dazed, and now we're back with Kyle.
Yeah, there's the Jerry Thompson Merit Lage token, but I don't like that. Courtesy of Arcade Post. Oh, those are some sweet tokens, dude. Those are really nice. That was a nice tokens that the guy posted in chat.
So we see another Mother come down,
Off of a fetch.
and we see Deathrite Shaman come down.
Alright. So gonna see him crack another fetch. And he's gonna have to do a little something to get this Delver flipped and making some headway. What is this? People posting links. That is
Pretty good.
That is a pretty awesome Merit Lage token that Gibboism posted. It was on a. I don't know if I'd want to do that to a Cards Against Humanity card. Like, I like those. That's an awesome game.
I mean, it
The
would
sh-
forever be on a Cards Against Humanity card, though.
That it would.
It's probably the best Cards Against Humanity card.
Yeah. I mean, I am a fan of Oprah crying into
It's pretty
like
good.
a TV dinner, or whatever the card is.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
So we're gonna see. We don't know what we're gonna see. I don't think Pino knows what we're gonna see. We're gonna see a Swords to Plowshares on the Pyromancer.
So bye.
Kyle goes to 20.
I think he goes to 18. We missed him casting
Oh, okay, so
that. So I'm right on track with life.
all right. I shouldn't have doubted.
Yes,
you.
Oprah crying into a lean cuisine. Thank you, PG8. Looks like he's going to cast a Dryad Arbor. And he's thinking. But Kyle's writing something. He's going to fetch. Put on 17. All right. Alright, so I'm kind of curious what else Greg has in hand. So he's using the Scrib Ranger to untap the Death Right to be able to eat the...
I think he's trying to keep the
Delve countdown,
count under control. So.
And also eating the instants and sorceries are able to...
Containment Priest. No Green Sun Zenith. No
Dryad Arbor.
Dryad Arbor, yeah.
J Rules 159, thank you for the follow, sir. We're glad to have you. He's gonna play that back down. So Greg, Containment Priest is an awkward, interesting little card in this. It looks like he's gonna swing for one in the air because he can, and probably eat with Deathright. Just try and start grinding Kyle down. And Kyle's really stuck by having this. Oh, he's gonna use it again? Or no, maybe wait. Well, there's nothing else to eat. So Kyle looked at a couple cards there. Probably gonna pull Chuck over. We can even hear them calling Judge. He pulled sort of one card. They're probably just gonna ask him to shuffle his library.
Well, pull the top card and then shuffle the
Oh
library.
yeah.
Warning. Looking at extra cards. Don't do it again.
And we get a daze. Yeah. J-Rolls, you love Magic, but we love Magic too. We're glad to have you. Another guy, Hyperless has a seething rage against checklist cards.
Why?
I don't mind them because like I hate when people are like pulling shit out of sleeves over and over again. I feel like that's
So we're gonna
unnecessary.
reveal for Delver. And then shuffle. Because Daze is not good.
Oh, so
know
he used
about
the
it.
Arid Mesa, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes to 12.
But importantly, not drawing the Daze necessarily.
So if you flipped it on the Delver, we need to flip that Delver over.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
There we
What's
go.
gonna happen?
Ta-da. Drew a Brainstorm. It's not bad.
Seems alright.
This is round 3, Bobby.
Use your brainstorm. Pre-combat.
Oh, that one's...
You have, like...
I'm guessing damage went through. Yeah. Altered checklist cards are sweet. I think altered everything is sweet. I love extended art and full art cards. That is where my money's going. Or it will go in the future.
Yeah.
Is altered cards.
So we're gonna brainstorm post-combat.
All right. See a young pyromancer, treasure cruise.
Oh man.
Putting the treasure cruise back?
Yeah, he doesn't have enough.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have cards.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. Yeah, Gibboism. I really like. I think I've seen like pictures of that altar where you go Anakin and Darth Vader on the different sides of the Delver.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty darn good. Or any sort of like transformation, sort of like I don't know, like a Clark Kent Superman would be good.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne would be good. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, obviously. Even.
Hey, is it JJ Rules? This is Legacy.
Yep, Legacy, where one of the more diverse formats in Magic, by far, has a really unique, I don't know, not really unique, but out of the eternal formats, I guess in the comparison to Vintage, you get to play with cards that Vintage can't play with, and like 4 copies of Brainstorm, but we can't play with some of the cards that are restricted in Vintage because they're all banned.
So Knight of the Reliquary comes down.
That's a
kinda
good card.
interesting.
It is a 4/4 right now. A second Containment Priest comes down, doing extra containing for everybody. Alright. And he's just showing off the Dryad Orb. He's like, yeah, I still can't cast this. Or I cannot play it as a
Play
land.
it as a land.
JJ rules, yeah, Vintage. Vintage is a format where you can play with any Magic card ever printed, so long as it doesn't have some. There's some old cards that have rules about ante. We don't play with ante. And some cards are restricted just because they're too good. But this is Legacy, so all the cards that are too good in Vintage that are restricted are banned. So we get to play with a really wide format. The Jeskai list, sans the Talrand, is one of the more common decks in the format. And we're going to see him go down to 11 with that fetch land.
Yeah, this is interesting because he's gumming up the board, but really not doing a whole lot.
Just getting for 3 every turn at this point. But
That can stop.
yeah,
Although
drops another.
Pino seemed very favored,
Pyromancer.
and now he just doesn't at all.
I mean, he still has some outs. Like, I think GTA is still good on this board. He just drew a Stoneforge Mystic. Like, that's with an MC, with a person with 0 cards in hands. That's not a bad card.
Not at all.
Yeah, they do. They do ban dexterity cards in Vintage. So that's 13 for Mr. Pino.
I'm trying to warm up a little bit. It's really freaking cold down here.
It is very cold. Unfortunately, we could turn the heater on, but that would probably blow a fuse.
Or us up.
Yeah. We are in a basement full of flammable materials.
So we see Stoneforge come down. This could change the game, I guess.
Yeah, Stoneforge comes down, gets GTA. Knight of the Reliquary is going to eat Scrubland.
So we can actually play and equip GTA this turn.
Yeah, to get Gaia's Cradle.
Yeah, that seems alright.
And you can equip your Scrib Ranger and swing over and make some tokens.
Well, and kill some guys.
And kill some guys. Kill some bros.
More importantly,
Kill some dudes.
I think we're killing the Pyromancers, I assume.
Yeah, I think that would be a good play. Like, eventually you want to kill the Insectile Aberration, but Greg's still at 13 life, so he has a lot of room to play with.
With a jet.
Mm-hmm. And so I think killing the 2 Pyromancers is a fantastic play.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's trying to think about
Me.
untapping the Knight again. But he's going to use the mana to equip. He's equipping the Knight with it. That's interesting. I mean, he's going to get counters either way, I think. But now it's just a 6/6 with a carrying a stick.
You kind of have to block it too at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think. And he can't really get through.
I wonder what he's giving it pro white. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I
don't love this at all.
I think I give it pro red. So if he blocks it, he has to get rid of the Containment Priests. And then you kill the 2 Pyromancers.
Well, it keeps him from killing the Knight of the Reliquary, right?
Just gang blocking it?
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I think I agree with you though. That line's better. Also, I would just kill off the Pyro.
Well, he can't gang block it and kill it anyways. If he names red,
Yeah,
it's a
so
6/6.
I mean, regardless, probably not the optimal line, but I think it's fine unless he gets punished, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think there's very low likelihood of Pino losing this game at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has to rip a removal spell for the mom and then a wear and tear for the jet.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's still in bad shape.
Yeah, so let's see what he draws. Being kept off being able to cruise is really
Ooh,
hurt.
Is that a lightning bolt? Did step 1 happen?
He's messing with his mana. That doesn't cast lightning bolt.
Oh.
So he's paying 1 for...
You have all these lands. I'm so surprised.
Well, now we can't cast Talrand, so...
Is it really no, it's a
With the young
PZ.
Pyromancer.
Yeah.
That gives him a chance to eat the probe. That takes Kyle to 9.
Yeah. And his insectile aberration is now on blocking duty.
Mm-hmm.
That's not where you want to be.
Not at all. He's going to take that. Go to 12. Yeah, the sort of the Jeskai Delver Young Pyromancer decks don't necessarily do well on defense.
I mean, they can.
Like, you can go horizontal and make up a lot of chump blockers, but when you can give something pro-red, you can get around that quite easily.
Yeah. So what are we attacking with? Making a bunch of mana.
We're equipping...
Yeah, like we should.
You can give it pro-blue if you want.
No, you just attack. Yeah, that's fine. That's a great attack there.
Okay. It's just a chump. Him. It's going to take 1, go to 8. And the GTA gets 2 counters.
Do you put 1 on the Pyromancer before so you don't have to deal with the...
I think I killed the Pyromancer, but now he's let him draw.
Yeah.
That's a land, and that's a game. All right. Okay, so I can go upstairs real quick and see if we have any chance of getting another game this game.
Only
Or
7.5 minutes, probably not, but why not?
it's worth a
Take
shot.
look.
It's worth a shot. Okay.
All right. We'll watch them pack up. Again, Pino doing what he's looking to do there. Get an early mob, protect his mana production, and just kind of take over the game with bigger creatures and equipment. So that was good. All right. Someone wanted to hear stories from me and what my biggest bad beat is. So I'll first tell what I think one of my opponent's biggest bad beat was. So I was playing bug control, no basic lands. He was playing zoo.
He's won 2.
Who?
Simon's lost the 2 rounds. He hasn't had a bye.
No, I was just talking about the biggest bad beat story I was a part of. I kind of, it wasn't really a beat as much as it was me pulling a loss to a draw. But I was playing in a GP. My opponent had me dead on board. I was under Blood Moon with bug control, which means I only had mountains in my bug deck, which is not a fun place to be. I have 4 cards in hand, and I'm dead on board. Like, all he has to do is attack, and I'm dead. He instead decides to Chain Lightning me. That's not a good idea when I have all the mountains. So I pay to replicate it, he pays to replicate it, I pay to replicate it. So I'm dead. But then I play Misdirection.
Uh-huh.
And then I play Misdirection again. And I kill his board. Needless to say, he wasn't able to mount an offense at that point, and we drew, which wasn't great, but like, I don't know how you go from having your opponent dead on board to chain lightning and just like, you know, that was not a good play for him.
Yeah. That is rough. So we're actually don't have any more matches in this round, guys.
Is it done or is it?
We still have one more round.
No, I mean, is the round done or?
We're getting close to. I mean, I started that. The timer.
No, I just meant were the people still playing up there?
There's
or?
one more match going on, but it's in game 3. So as far as the people who were 2-0, that was that match. There's also Schaefer versus Nick. Schaefer ended up winning that match, so he's 3-0. So if you guys want to see Death and Taxes, let us know because he's 3-0. So if you guys want to see sort of like, I mean, he's probably going to split, but if they want to play it out, like, let's watch some match that's actually going to play. That has some meaning, some value to it. Not that I have anything against Death and Taxes or anything. But
Seems like you have something against Death and Taxes. Is it too fair for you? Is that what it is?
no, it's when you're trying to win with a legendary creature token, playing a deck with 3 Caracas in it
It's bad.
and 4 Wasteland, it's kind of tough.
Kind of tough. That's fair.
Kind of tough. All right.
Final round parries.
Fantastic. All right.
Now I have to figure out payout for 18 people.
Yeah.
Why don't
So-
we watch Elves?
What?
Elves versus Jeskai.
Do we have that
Table
as a
2. Everyone's Elves and Nick is Jeskai.
All right. I'm fine with that.
I think that's good.
Unless there's...
I mean, it's also table 2, which seems fine.
Yep. Unless we want to do the Shardless Blade versus that. We'd already watched that one deck play. So let's do Elves versus
Real Jeskai?
Jeskai Good Stuff. He's running... can't remember what he said he was running in place of Stoneforge, but the spot is for Mentor eventually.
Okay. Man, and that's a pretty good bot name, right? Like Hot Girl 69 is pretty much what I would want out of a bot name. Yeah, it's very shady. Please don't click on that. Let's see. Can I kill this? Oh god. Gone. I used my ban hammer to ban Hot Girl 69. Unfortunately, just a spammer, not actually Hot Girl 69. When I said Elves, you're gonna keep watching? Alright, well, we'll see. I don't know that this is a great matchup for Elves, but I think it's probably fine. What do you think of this matchup, Elves versus Jeskai?
I think it's probably in favor of, I want to say Elves.
Really?
Because, like, I mean, it depends. Like, if Jeskai's able to kind of, like, 1-for-1 them, and then, I mean, they have the plan of, like, 1-for-1, you treasure cruise.
Right.
If they do that, then it's good. If they're able to, like, middle of a board and get this, like, mana and then, like, hoof you,
It seems bad.
like,
bad for Jeskai.
and you only need, like, 3 creatures and some mana, and if you don't have force, then, like, hey, you
But
get
3
hooked.
creatures is a lot.
Eh.
I
don't know.
I feel like Jeskai.
If you let a glimpse resolve,
I mean,
sort of thing, like,
sure.
So-
I mean, it's. I'm not sure that
I'm gonna remove the
glimpse,
booth.
Oh,
Bye,
that's
guys.
fine. Bye. I'm not sure that glimpse is significantly better than treasure cruise.
we're gonna put Jeskai Good Stuff. Prep for a Mentor. This is, of course, Nick Hess.
I wonder if you'll ever see like Serum Visions make its way to Legacy, just because there's not enough good.
So all the people, when they ask for elves, you finally get your elves, ladies and gentlemen.
Everin.
I asked him if he wanted to. I brought Enchantress today, and I asked him because he was asking to borrow a deck, and I asked him if he wanted to borrow it, and he's like, no. Well, I thought Everin was on Ant, but apparently he's on Elves.
No,
he's definitely on Elves. Okay. So let's get the match timer started. Do all players have foil decks? Is it a requirement for Elves decks to be pimped out? I don't think this one's pimped out, but
No.
to be like officially pimped, you need to have like the promo Gaia's Cradles, which are worth a ton if you're going to be officially pimped out with the deck. Kawaii Gaming Guy. Ant is in a better place than Elves right now. I would say yeah. Like Ant is, if you want to play combo, like Ant is the thing to be doing in Legacy, I think.
So I have a question. Has anyone put Treasure Cruise into Ant yet?
I don't think so. I mean,
It seems like a reasonable card to have an Ant.
Ross Miriam played it.
Oh, I know why you can't, because you have Ad Nauseam in your deck. That seems really bad.
Yeah, your one of your win conditions is through Ad Nauseam.
Yeah, that would explain that.
How many viewers do we have? We have 85. Awesome, guys.
That's crazy.
Wonderful. Glad to have all of you.
At least half of them, I think. Hotgirl69 had to get banned, unfortunately.
All right.
I was not happy about that, but
I kind of want to see someone play like the version of not Ant, but like the old
also Ad Nauseam, which is the most important reason why you don't want to take like
cards from your graveyard.
8.
So these guys are both 2 and 0. So let me go down and get
3 and 0. Oh no, 2 and 1. 2 and 1.
Yeah, 2 and 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
4. Looks like he's going to.
Yeah, he had
6.
no lands in his opener.
That's rough.
You really don't want to mulligan against Elves either, because you really need all your cards to battle.
I kind of want to see the old like,
Yeah.
Leyline of the Void, Ill-Gotten Gains
Yeah, you're
version
right.
of Storm.
Yeah.
That'd be super sweet right now.
Could
Like
be
think
good.
about it. Like
Yeah.
Leyline's good because everyone's cruising. Then you Ill-Gotten Gains them. You mind twist them. Maybe that's just bad. I don't know. Seems kind of fun. If I had Lion's Eye Diamonds, maybe I would try it.
If you ever want to borrow cards, the format is at your fingertips. Let me put it that way.
Good guy,
we
Ryan.
See a Gitaxian Probe.
Paid with life.
So this
because there's
seems
no
like
lands
a
on the table.
Real good hand. This is a fine hand here. So we see a Glimpse of Nature, double Dryad Arbor, Visionary, Green Sun Zenith. So I could easily see, especially if Nick, well, Nick's not going to play a fetch, but if Nick plays a fetch, so you just play that and you pass, and you eat the Gitaxian Probe here.
Cakes Picasso's really doesn't want me to try Iggy Pop. It's a horrible deck. I don't know.
You eat the Gitaxian Probe here to keep him off of.
He's eating the land.
What?
In order to Green Sun for 1 and get Spell Pierced.
Okay. It's like pretty bad. I guess it's fine because he doesn't really want to get his Glimpse Spell Pierced, but Gitaxian Probe. So we see a Misty. So he'll play that Misty. So this is kind of the interesting game that everyone has to play here. Is like he's pretty much just like putting out his false threats to like get. Okay, so we see the swords on the Deathrite. Deathrite will go to exile. Everyone will go back to 20. So if you're ever in here, you glimpse before you play the Dryad Arbor, but you may just play a Misty and pass again. trying to build up. You basically need to build to a big glimpse turn to refill your hand here.
Or not. We're just running out all our guys.
We're just playing the Visionary.
Well, I mean, it's fine, but, like, you kind of just need, like, to have stuff to do with Glimpse, and I don't know that you're doing that at this rate.
Yeah, he's not going to have any cards to, like, have a buffer with Glimpse if he's drawing fetches or something.
Yeah.
So he's going to brainstorm. Got, looks like maybe more than one cruise in there. Playing a fetch.
In his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just kind of miserable.
Does he have a dig through time too? Or is it just treasure cruises?
I can't really tell.
I don't know.
But they're foil too.
Yep.
Why does everyone have foil treasure cruises?
Because it's a common.
I mean, sure, but
And the foil ones, like the commons are like 10 cents, and like the foils are like $5.
are they?
So
Are they only five?
they may be more or something, I don't know. But that's an attack for 3. Sending those Dryad Arbors to work. Making them creatures. He's gonna go down and back now to 19. And fetching out something else. Only if he had another Dryad Arbor. Alright.
Where's everyone's hand?
It's over here.
Oh, okay. And it was Glimpse.
I think the only card we know is Glimpse. Now a Scavenging Ooze. That, I mean, he can, looks like he still has another Brainstorm, so he could fetch, shuffle away, and Brainstorm.
So does Nick have like access to Supreme Verdict or anything?
I do not know. Foil Cruise is 18. That is a lot.
Yeah.
Intelligent man. Intelligental man. I think that's, I can't remember how, I keep thinking I want to call you Intelligentsia man after the coffee shop in Chicago.
Yeah.
So we double fetch. That's 11.
And we're gonna see a little digging.
Yeah, so we did have a dig.
2,
Texan probe,
3,
fetch,
4,
probe,
5,
ponder.
6,
Click.
7. How do you like
There's
it?
a click and a young pyromancer are the two creatures. Thought scour. So he keeps the thought scour and the young pyromancer. I don't know if that's good. Like thought scour gives him a chance to like cruise.
I mean, you really want.
So drew a young pyromancer for the turn.
Yeah.
Nathan Borgo, do we know which decks are 3-1? Yeah, the decks that are 3-1 are Death and Taxes and Junk Maverick. So we play the Snack Pepsi Mage, getting swords in the Scavenging Ooze.
That's
Seems like a
good.
decent play. Putting your opponent to 21. Yeah, there's a question Kedza was asking about mainboard black. The black is mainly for the sideboard. He's just grabbing the bios, I guess, to look at the pretty bios because they're expensive. Not as expensive. Not as expensive.
Play with bias.
Yeah, not as expensive as the lands on the other side of the board, but
So this seems really bad spot for Everin. Like, I feel like if he had held his cards a little bit and able to like do like a micro glimpse to start with, he would have been much better off.
let's put this card that's actually a relevant card to the game. But yeah, this is what we were talking about, the glimpse of nature, about holding your hand to be able to have a turn where you can be effective with it. And he drew a Crater Hoof. So that's not a very helpful draw.
Actually, it may be the draw that wins him the game, though.
Yeah, if he gets enough mana.
Well, I think he has
Cast
a Gaia's Cradle in hand.
Oh, he does. And he's going to see that.
So he actually just wins next turn.
If he doesn't counter.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure.
Which is unfortunate. Why
So lucky. like, fuck that.
He's like, okay. Thought Scour himself.
So he's trying to draw like a force here, I think. He has to be, right?
He
Oh, he drew it!
Oh, shit.
So good! Right off the top!
3 cards down, right where it
Mikes
needed to be.
is the luckiest player I've ever met. He's luckier than Shahar Shenhar. This is insane.
Oh, jeez. And just a nitpick, he could also, those should, if he's not also running mental note, those should be mental notes.
Because it doesn't target?
Yes.
Okay.
In a world where that's relevant, it's a useful card.
Yeah, so.
Although I suppose Thoughtscour, if you're up against miracles, you can do
now
stuff.
Everett has the probe, and he'll see the force.
So he probed, going down to 17. So he sees the force. He's like, "Well, dang! Now I can't just win." Wow.
GG. Womp womp.
He was also pretty darn close to cruising too. In that case.
Yeah, Nick's gonna win this game. He turned that corner the minute he drew that force will. That's hilarious. Better lucky than good, they say.
Mm-hmm.
I think that played out here.
And Thoughtscour again, targeting himself. Getting another Charmander. Decent elemental token,
Yeah.
I must say. Especially because they're small, so it makes sense that they're Charmanders.
Yeah.
I like it. Maybe Growlithe would be good too.
See that?
I think Growlithe would be good. I'll pull up saying Probe and Elves. I didn't know they could have spots for Probe.
I
But
think he was missing cards.
oh.
That would be my guess.
But here we're gonna cruise. Anyways, getting another Charmander.
This is very bad.
Plain Brainstorm and another Ponder.
Everyone's done so, I think. Just too much drawing cards, too much. See, this is why I just feel like Jeskai is just gonna just walk over Elves, because it just has enough. It has enough, like, ability to even come back from a bad board position.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone goes into 15.
And we're also wondering about the, like, I mean, he didn't have the Force for a while, so if he has the turn where he does the Glimpse of Nature and he plays some stuff, maybe he's able to get something together before he's able to draw the Glimpse in
He's
this
played
particular game,
Glimpse.
kind of thing. But I'm just saying, like, you know, thinking about the line that we were thinking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Building around a turn where you can do that versus...
Yeah, you're dead. Everyone, you're so dead. You could have been a hero.
Cruising again. Well, that's a Brainstorm.
Yeah, it's basically a cruise.
Yes.
We're gonna brainstorm again. This is gonna be really bad for everyone. There's just so many tokens. Imagine if there were twice that many tokens out, and some of them had prowess. Oh, we see.
That's a true name.
True name.
Targeting Everin, most likely.
Guessing here. I don't know why you don't attack with your Charizards.
Charmanders, actually.
Oh,
They're just
sorry.
1/1s.
Charmanders. All your opponent's board's all 1/1s that he doesn't want to lose. So I think you just attack.
You attack with your 1/1s.
Right. Turns
Make it
out.
happen. Alpop says Mentor is so OP I can't get over. It's like Young Pyromancer and Montessori Whisperer in one card. In the most powerful combination possible. Yeah, well they're just making that's the power creep of making creatures really, really good. I guess.
They can't have play tested that card in Legacy. Like, it's so
They don't.
absurd.
I mean, they've said that they don't.
I know. Well, they certainly didn't.
Or modern, for that matter. Jesus.
Yeah. Brainstorm again. Trigger. I wonder how many Charmanders he actually has with him. Hopefully like 15. Because there might be some times where he just makes that many.
He drew another trigger.
Joe Insidious, Pokemon did not Pokemon did not fuse with Magic. A lot of people in Chicago area use Pokemon cards as tokens. So the Charmanders you see on the table are 1/1 elemental tokens. And I can't remember what he said he was playing in the stead of Mentors. But he basically took out... He has like the Jeskai deck, but I think he cut Stoneforge Mystic and the artifacts for some stuff. I can't remember what, but they're essentially placeholders until Mentor comes out.
Yeah, this is bad news for everyone.
I think this is
game is
Swan
over.
Song, so that's 15. Making the road a little bit harder for Nick has to go through, but we'll get there eventually. There's a Ponder, another dude. Got a cruise and a couple land on top. We're just going to shuffle that because we have cruises in hand. And did I draw a card? A Force of Will, not a bad card.
So he has 3 forces in hand? Yeah. We'll call that good.
I think we're pretty well defended. Oh wait, I think he attacks with a true name, so...
Yeah.
So he's actually not at 15. We'll say he's at 11. Not 111. Is it 502? Thank you for the follow. Glad to have you with us.
I'm gonna go check the life totals just to make sure we're
Alright.
relatively close.
Get you walking around and warmed up.
Yeah, that too.
We are in a basement, as we said, and it is kind of cold down here. It is a little cold. Alright, so everyone's still thinking. Ollie64, thank you for the follow. That is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Glad to have you guys join us. We are streaming from Chicagoland Games Dice Dojo for all the people who've joined us recently. Glad to have you with us. It's me and Ryan Bogner streaming tonight. For all the people who are fans of the stream, Mark is actually, his voice is pretty much gone, much like this Crater Hoof has been forced. Like he does not have the voice to commentate tonight. I took the wrong life total there. My bad. But that's gonna give him another token. He's gonna go down 7 to do that. Yeah. All right. So yeah, everyone's doing a little face palming and trying to figure out a way out of this. I don't think there is.
It's at 10-9.
It's at 10-9. All right, that's just gonna scoop it up, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Not that your trip was in vain or anything.
It was basically.
In vain. So Jeskai's going up 1-0. So all the talk, I'm putting my foot in my mouth by saying like Elves was maybe not that bad, but we're gonna get a couple Containment Priests, a Sulfuric Vortex, I think, a gold card I didn't get to see. Oh, that's an Ancient Grudge, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. It's a red card.
He doesn't have green to flash it back, so.
Yeah. It's probably a Vortex.
Might be one of the new vortices. From,
let's see. Where was like a Jeskai list? There's a Stoneblade list, but I don't know.
It doesn't look at all like what he's probably playing.
I don't know. Everyone's doing the classic taking the cards out of sleeves I wonder if he got this from Phil? Maybe there just wasn't enough sleeves to go around for the deck?
I don't know.
But he's bringing in the Cabal therapies. On the Progenitus, which Phil always hates because he feels like he always draws the Progenitus.
I mean, you do. Also, I'd like to point out that Nick has Council's Judgment, but did not
choose to bring it in. Yep.
Which, I guess if they're at the point where they can resolve natural order, you're probably just as good as dead.
Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes one of the difficulties of picking up a deck from week to week and borrowing stuff is that you may not be as familiar with, like, you might be familiar with what cards to bring in, but it's always like the trigger thing is what you take out. Like, I know I've made that mistake before in misprioritizing cards and stuff. Like, I don't know. I know lands, there's only so many things you can take out. So that's fine. Did chat die? I haven't seen it move, guys. Are you still here? Are we still talking? I don't know.
To ourselves.
We're talking to ourselves.
Yeah,
That's fine.
No, that's fine.
We can take a look at Treasure Cruise. Oh, whoops. That's wrong. Alright, hey, there's a card. It's a boat. Oh, Spike Mo! Yay! You're here. Hi, Spike Mo.
It's a dog.
It's a dog.
It's a dog.
Picnic? What? I don't know where you are. You don't have... Last I know, you don't have picnics in the snow. Maybe that's just me.
No, there's no picnic.
Like, maybe if you brought along some s'mores and some hot chocolate, and you're all in, like, snowsuits. Sit down, have some hot chocolate in the snow, have a picnic. I don't know. It doesn't actually look very, very warm wherever that boat is. I don't know. But they look like they're drawing some cards, getting back into the action. Nick's got like 3 lands, a True Name, a Force of Will, and a Gataxian Probe. 2 forces and 3 lands. I actually really don't like that hand too much, but it looks like he's keeping it. Oh, he's got a bunch of lands. But it's definitely a controlling hand, if nothing else, for him. Dr. Dirk, I have been to Texas. I visited Houston in January last year, and it was pretty fantastic. Using those guys to cast Thoughtseize. So he's going to go down to 18, and he's going to see the mountain of Force of Wills that he is now up against. So Nick got the Force of Will draw, and that's going to be a rough road to hoe. Rough road to go down for Everin. Hey, Christian Ryan. Hello, sir. Nice to see you. I probably would have gone to Austin if it was a pleasurable visit, but it was all business. So he's going to take a Force of Will. When there's 3 Force of Wills, I don't know how...
I mean, you just take the Treasure Cruise there.
Yeah.
I just made a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... You don't get anywhere taking a Force of Will.
It seems fine, I think.
I mean, if he has the Cabal Therapy, you Cabal Therapy naming Treasure Cruise as a follow-up, but he doesn't have that. It seems like he did bring in both the Thoughtseizes and the Cabal Therapies, so this would be the time, this would be the way to use them, I suppose. We've got a Brainstorm on top. I'm going to grab that. and pass the turn. So Everin has drawn a natural order, which is going to be really hard to get through. I'm just saying. Using a mana to cast a...
Sure. We draw a card. Attack for 2. No, we don't.
Well, that's the wrong one. That's not what we're looking for.
No?
I don't know how to spell that. So we're gonna look at that.
We're forcing this.
Yeah, I don't know why he's going for that when he's seen this mountain of forces.
So Nick's at E17, I think. I mean, he's going for it because it costs him very little, and it
Oh, I think he has an extra natural order too. You do another one,
possibly, or he's just trying to open up the.
and the Vidillion click. Saying natural order. Something else. Green Sun and a Gaia's Cradle.
Mm-hmm.
Get that portal out of here. All right. So now at the very least, Nick has a threat and will be able to take this sort of controlling position and kind of put a clock on Everin at this point. And Everin's trying to adjust his list of what he has in hand. And he's going to notice that there is still a force of will in there. And most likely a blue card. He drew a glimpse of nature. Now he just needs to pair stuff with it.
I think he just won this turn if you do it right. Oh, he took the. Sorry. He took the natural order.
Yeah, so he's got a Quirion Ranger, Green Sun, and Gaia's Cradle still in hand. He's going to cast a Glimpse of Nature.
It's not that bad to let that resolve. Because you don't force the Glimpse, you force the first. Well, you can even not force that. You force the Green Sun Zenith if he plays it.
Yeah, I think I like that. Drawing a card hasn't let us see it. It's trying to find a way to do this.
Friends deep in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
This is game 2, right?
This is game 2. Nick
Yeah,
won the first one rather convincingly.
Kind of running on time a little bit. Everyone's really slow at playing.
Well, I suppose it's. I mean, he tends to play a different deck every week,
I mean, that's fair.
so that is part of it. But I mean, I think he like me is newer to Legacy, so he's still thinking about different interactions.
He's going for a Crater Hoof.
That's gonna
it's
get
getting
forced.
Whoa.
So now we've exhausted the Force of Wills out of his hand.
Almost out of his deck.
Almost out of the deck. And watch Nick just treasure cruise and go into another Force of Will. He's got a Brainstorm.
His Lick Trickery. That's real bad for Mr. Everin.
Yep. Let's bring that up.
Bye-bye! You die so bad.
Oh, sorry, I screwed up.
There you go. Electrickery.
Hurts Elves.
Winning games against Elves since whenever it was printed.
Return to Ravnica, it looks like. So we've got a volcanic. Looks like another brainstorm. And
I don't really
something
like
else.
the brainstorm here, but I guess it's okay.
I mean, at this point, he's trying to find something else to kind of end the game quicker.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's doing it with no shuffle mechanism.
Yeah. Christian,
Oh.
I don't know who's you're referring to. If you're referring to something from the Wednesday night stream, I do not know. The foil Splinter Twin deck, I do not know. Yeah, we stream Modern on Wednesdays, but there's usually a couple different guys that do that, and I haven't attended one of those, so I don't exactly know. I'm still trying to get into Modern. We're gonna flashback Electrickery for ultimate
It
value.
seems a little bit aggressive because
Yeah.
you can just wait and like.
Have him commit more to the board.
Yep. Electrickery just as good the second time around.
But a Death Right's there. And a choke?
Oh!
What? Alright,
It's actually fine.
yeah, like,
We
at this
just
point, we don't
attack.
really need mana.
You have to attack for 5 here, yeah.
Does he trade with Snap?
No way. You can wait a turn and gain 2 life
Yeah.
and trade, and like it's basically the same trade. So there's no reason to not just like untap and see. And plus, you get an extra man off the guy's cradle this turn if you wait that way,
Mm-hmm.
which might be key.
Important.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a Taiga. I wonder what the Taiga is for. But
So he's gonna block.
oh, he took the 5, so he's actually at 13.
Well, yeah.
He's gonna eat a dude to go to 15, but that's gonna go down to 12
Yep.
from the that. Oh, Memory Lapse guy is saying you can't overload when fleshing a spell back. And the Rurikthar is probably, or the Taiga's there for Rurikthar. That makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still better targets than Elvish Mystic, potentially. So everyone's playing 2, so he's going to 10. Oh.
That was 7 because he got
Yeah,
hit by that
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
And he can't do anything about it. So that's
Yep.
game for Nick.
You want me to go find another match?
Yes, please.
Alright.
All right, we're going to bring it back to the booth. Let's see if we can get something else for you guys before the night is over. This is the last round of Magic for us from Chicagoland Games Dice Dojo. We also stream on Legacy on Thursdays from MTG Card Market, also in Chicago, a little bit south, sort of in the Lakeview area, and also on Wednesdays. So Wednesday is Modern from MTG Card Market, and then Thursday is Legacy from MTG Card Market. Really cool store. Both these stores are absolutely phenomenal. I always I've always had really great experiences at both. Props to Jameson for letting me hold my first Mock Sapphire on Thursday. We were having a conversation about really busted cards, and he pulled out this kind of damaged but still tournament legal Sapphire among the many pieces of power they had. And like I hadn't actually held a physical copy of a power card before, and so like I got to hold a $1,000 card of Magic for the first time in my life, and it just made me want to do it more. But we're talking about Legacy, and we're gonna try and see what else we can find for y'all. Looks like the matches that were of substance. The other people that actually won something, or are in contention of placing, sort of, I think with 18 people it might cash out to like 6 people, maybe more. Anything?
Done.
We're done. All done. Oh no. That's it for Legacy, guys. We've got Mark back. Hi, Mark.
That's right.
Wanna squeeze
Remember?
it?
His voice sounds almost.
I just talked
normal
about
I'm forcing it.
on Wednesday. We've got Modern. We've also got Legacy. I'll scoot up a little bit
I'm
more.
just gonna be disembodied. This is better. This is better.
We have the
It's gonna stand
belly of
awkward.
Mark. In,
Awkward.
do, 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 do. Hey, there's no
Thrusting the back
no
of your
twerking on Twitch. There's no twerking on Twitch.
Oh God.
No,
Please no.
I'm saving that.
no.
I'm saving that for 1,000
So,
followers.
so what do we got? So we got
No.
Wednesday, Thursday this week. A little Modern,
Yeah,
a
Wednesday.
little Legacy.
Wednesday, 7:30 Modern. We're gonna have Eric and Ryan in the booth. Thursday will be myself. Again, 7:30 for some Legacy action. Both of those nights gonna be from Chicagoland, or
MTG Card Market.
MTG Card Market. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. So yeah, guys, everybody. This stream will be up a little later today. So I'm not disembodied. Stream will be up probably tomorrow at some point, and then the other two streams should be up sometime tonight. Their upload speed was terrible. I was doing it at work, so I didn't even stop it. So hopefully at some point tonight they will be uploaded.
Mark is not dying, guys.
I'm not dying. No, I just partied like crazy Friday night, and then spent Saturday like puking everywhere. So it wasn't great. But yeah, no, we're going. I know I'm going to Indy. We've got a big, actually a good chunk of the WUBRG crew is going to Indy.
There is a car, maybe two, of people.
For Legacy.
Oh, I'm going to San Jose.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
sorry.
I know it's a rough life.
But yeah, guys. So appreciate everybody tuning in, and yeah, we'll see you guys. Make sure you check out the Facebook page. There'll be a couple more deck lists. Check out the YouTube page for tonight's stream and the past couple few. So with that, I'm gonna go sign off so I can go back and then go to sleep and maybe drink some whiskey. I don't know. All right, so we'll see you guys later.
The
Thank you,
dying
everybody.
man is gonna drink some whiskey.
Have fun
Bye, guys.
playing Fates Reforged this weekend too. It's exciting. Yay.
Bye, guys. Thank you for this. Thank you for coming. Bye, bye.